Hello, everyone, and welcome to episode, this is 13? I think it's 13.
I think it is.
Yeah, I think it is. Of the Band of Bravos, a Pathfinder Second Edition actual play stream. I am your host for this session. I'm Jason Bulmahn, the Director of Game Design at Paizo. And before we get started here today, I'm going to throw it around the horn and let everybody introduce themselves and their characters in the traditional order. James, you're up.
Hello, I'm James Jacobs. I'm the creative director for Pathfinder. I'll be playing Shensen, the half-elf bard, and I'm looking forward to opportunities this session to shake hands with danger.
I don't know what that means.
Hey guys, I'm Maryssa Marie. I play Ilana Thistlefoot, the halfling druid. I am Paizo's web content manager, and holy cow, I turned 25 2 days ago.
Oh,
yay!
Happy birthday.
Whoa!
Oh, you tiny baby. Hi, folks. I'm Jason Keeley. I'm a Starfinder developer. I'm playing Roark Thunderbird, the Tengu Swashbuckler, and now you all can look at the APG and see all the fun stuff that I've been playing with for the past few months.
Spoilers, now they know what you can do.
And know when we're cheating.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Hi, everyone. I'm Peyton Smith. I'm the social media producer here at Paizo, and welcome to another thing of Band of Bravos. In case you haven't been here before, we have these tokens above our heads. These are called hero points, and you and chat are able to help give us these points to help keep us alive. Or if you want to destroy us all, you can see there are points above Jason Bowman there as he's drinking his evil drink of destruction. You can also grant him a villain point, but he's able to use that in any way, shape, or form to mess up our heroes, to balance out all of the helpful people who are trying to help us out. And these hero points in Pathfinder Second Edition allow us to reroll things, keep us alive, all sorts of nice things. But Jason may not like any of that, so feel free to use the channel points down below. It is a little icon that is at the bottom left, at least on the desktop version of Twitch. Those channel points, you can always gain those by watching more and more Paizo streams. And with that, Jason, what do you have for us today?
Let me just say I appreciate Maryssa mentioning her birthday to be like, and make sure, I'm sure it's to get more hero points. That's what this is all about.
What? It wasn't for that at all. What are you talking about?
Yeah, sure. All right. So let's get us rolling here today. When we last left our intrepid band of adventurers, well, they've been in Cobalt Town for a while now. I keep giving a recap about how they got here, but you all know that story now. Goblin King wants a mine, sent the heroes in to explore it. They rid the thing of monsters. Then orcs moved in. Now they've been sent to go negotiate with the orcs. So they're in Cobalt Town. Down in Cobalt Town, they've had a handful of misadventures, from trying to get into the city, participating in the Last Egg Festival, and most recently they had a bit of downtime. They're trying to meet with this orc emissary, but unfortunately the emissary isn't here. The orc has traveled back to her people and is in council with the elders, so the party had some downtime, some time to kick back, maybe put on a performance, maybe buy some new gear, take it easy in Cobalt Town. But not all was as simple as it seemed. In their very second show, they had a heckler, one Hagen Onehorn, a rather surly minotaur who made a bit of a mess of the show, who then left the show, went out back, and kidnapped Ivona, the drow that you most recently rescued from a cult while wandering through the market. And you've been kind of taking care of Ivona. Not that she's been able to talk too much, but poor Ivona got kidnapped by this Hagen Onehorn. So the party tracked down Hagen, finding him in an alley, and dealt with the Minotaur in a showdown in the alley, saving Ivona. But you quickly came to realize that Hagen wasn't doing this on his own. He'd been hired to come and cause you no end of trouble. And worse still, the kobolds that were working with him, one of them stole some of your gear and fled the alley. So you had to track down this mischievous band that was hiring hecklers and ambushers in the alley, and you fortunately found a crumpled up flyer with a note in the Minotaur's pouch that led you to track down a rival performing group called Snarl and Toot. Snarl and Toot are a pair of kobolds, one of which performs by doing some sort of snarly singing. The other one plays a giant jug. And they were very upset about a new performing troupe arriving in town and hired Hagen to come and hassle you. Well, you went and found them in the Black Beetle, another drinking establishment here in Cobalt Town, and challenged them to a performance duel, which you promptly beat them rather easily. And they gave you back the gear that they had taken, and kind of, fled with their tails tucked between their legs. And that was the end of our previous session. I believe that is actually where we left off. You were leaving the Black Beetle and heading back to the Cracked Fang, which is the tavern that you are staying at. You're staying in the guest house behind the Cracked Fang, which you cleared out at the behest of Snelk, the owner. So that is where we will pick up. So the group of you are making your way back through Cobalt Town. You're making your way back to the Cracked Fang. I think Grisfeld asked if Lorne was evil. I think that's where we ended, right?
Oh, that's right. I remember.
A very important question.
Yeah.
I lean in and have one eyebrow up, and my pointed ears are like turned forward and very obviously interested in Lorne's response.
I turn to the ghost heads of Grisfeld. I go, Grisfeld, if I was indeed evil, I would have summoned you into the middle of that tavern and exploded you. I want no harm to come of these kobolds. In fact, I find them kind of adorable. And
they are little scamps, aren't they?
Yeah, they're little huggable little kobolds to me. I wish them no harm, which is why I try to intimidate them to not mess with us. The point is, they sent someone to try to kill me and my friends, and I have shown them mercy. So if we truly wanted them gone, Mr. Grisfeld, to become evildoers, we would have every power which to do so. Can we get this behind us now, Mr. Grisfeld?
Grisfeld looks at you and he goes, "Yeah, right."
I have an important question.
For now, but
when
I got
finish.
My ghost eyes are on you.
When he finishes this, Jason, are you going to have him roll deception or diplomacy?
Oh.
No, it's just role playing between characters. We're not gonna have anybody make a roll. That would give everything away. All right, so
oblivious to all this. Now Roark comes out of the Cracked Fang holding 4 mugs of the best ale that he can get a hold of, and he's like, "Bravos, we've done it! Bested the competition once again! Ales for everyone!"
Thank you, Roark. Wait.
Beeline for the ale.
What happened to all the people coming to the Cracked Fang for the free ale?
Oh, that's right. You are leading a procession to the Cracked Fang. I forgot about that. Because you promised them all free ale if they would boo the performance of Roar or Snarl and Toot, or at least not pay attention to their theatrics.
I'll have paid in advance for that before they all get there, as I got my ales for my fellows. I'll throw Snirk. What was his name again?
Snelk.
I'll throw him whatever it is for a round on the house. For the people that are about to come in, like 10 silver,
sure.
let's say.
Yeah, I mean it grand totally costs you. For all the drinks, it costs you like 3 silver. That's it.
Oh.
I mean, drinks are only a copper or 2 apiece, and there was only a handful of folks, so it's fine. So you're able to buy around for folks, and everybody comes piling into the Cracked Fang. Now, at this point, we're still kind of in downtime. I don't want to belabor the point, but I do want to ask what folks are going to do. You've probably got, let's say you've got a week. Let's plan out the next week. and then we'll take it from there. So those of you who want to continue performing can continue to do so. You can just kind of keep coasting on that system, and that's not a problem. If any of you would like to do something else, you can do that as well. It's up to you.
I think I'm going to go take care of our friend Ivona. She's still unconscious back in the cabin, isn't she?
Yes. Yeah. She's after the events with Hagen, you brought her back and kind of dropped her off at home. So
all right. So I'm gonna take my time and do some more medicine checks and see how much I can take care of her.
Okay. Yeah, that's not a problem. You can kind of long-term care her ailment. She like it's a combination of things. It looks like that, your initial medicine check made it pretty clear that she had been malnourished, and there might have been like some sort of hallucinogens given to her. And she had been pretty badly like beaten and treated by these drow. So she's in pretty rough shape, and is kind of delirious still. She's better than she was. She's not in like kind of a when you first found her, she was incredibly pale and like in the middle of like a flop sweat. But now she's at least calm and resting comfortably.
So a week of fluids and foods and sleeps and just keeping an eye on her.
And chicken
Sure.
soup.
And chicken soup. Where do we find chickens down here? It might be beetle soup.
It is going to be
everywhere.
beetle soup. Yeah, no, let's.
Beetle shell soup.
No,
All right.
No, we'll basically be researching through Grisfeld's book, and in between, because I assume he can only allow me to look through so many pages right now, and also helping Shensen with whatever she is doing.
I have just finished Googling flop sweat to figure out what Jason was just talking about. And after that, I'm going to be doing more performances.
Okay. Great. So so you're an expert at performance, right?
Yes.
Okay. With the level of task, yeah, you can earn over the whole week. You can earn like 3.5 gold.
Yay.
Yeah.
I'm done.
All right.
And I'm going to take this opportunity, knowing that, getting punched a bunch and getting knocked around a lot of the past few adventures, I'm going to retrain a feat.
Okay.
I'm going to retrain out my focused performance, or no, sorry, what is it called again? Focused fascination level 1 swashbuckler feat, and exchange that for buckler expertise to give me that precious plus extra 1 to AC when I have a buckler.
Oh, all right.
I don't want to get rid of the buckler. It's nice and light, and I can still dance around in it. I don't want to get a big shield. I just want to make the buckler better.
So you'll need to find a trainer, and swapping out the feat will take a week. Do you want to make me a diplomacy check to find out where you might be able to find a trainer?
Or, oh wait, I can use.
Or I guess that would be society, actually.
Okay, that's better.
Yeah.
I can only use my performance to make an impression instead of diplomacy, not to gather information. Ooh, that's terrible. What the heck? I'll reroll that.
All right.
That's slightly better with a 13.
A hair better. Yeah. You get some. You have to spend about an hour doing it, but you do eventually get someone to tell you. Yeah, you should go chat with the folks in the arena. They're the ones who practice with weapons and stuff all day.
Of course.
Yeah. So you make your way to the arena, and after a bit of searching around, not to belabor the point, you find a kobold like fencing master who is willing to kind of train you in better use of the buckler. And why don't you give me a diplomacy check? Let's see how much he's going to charge you.
Oh, okay. Is this make an impression?
This is make an impression, actually.
So I can use my performance instead of
Oh,
that,
there you go.
I do have a skill feat to do so. So I'm going to show him my moves.
Yeah, all right.
Let him know how I can be improved. Ooh, a 24.
Well, that's really quite good. He cuts you quite a good deal. He will gladly train you for only let's say 1 gold.
It's a deal.
All right. So Roark begins spending the week traveling to and from the arena, where he sees a number of other, gladiators from the Darklands practicing and preparing for their upcoming bouts. Meanwhile, he is learning how to better use a buckler. Lorne, you spend the week digging through this book, and we'll handle it through back channel after this, but there are some spells in there that you can look at picking up. I'm not sure how much of that you want to do versus how much of that you want to spend making gold, but we can always figure that out offline after this session.
Yeah.
Yeah, no worries. If there is a spell you want to pick up, I don't think they take too long. But I'll let you investigate that.
I have talents that allow me to pick it up super easy too, so we'll figure it out after.
Yeah, no worries. Shensen, you spend the week performing and earning some coin, and last but not least, we get
the thingamajig.
Why is my brain broken?
It's Friday.
Dr.
Jason.
Ilana.
It's one of those days.
It's after Gen
Friday.
Con, man. Everyone's kind of
my brain's mostly pudding at this point. All right, Ilana, you spend the week treating it's one of those days. You spend the week treating Ivona and nursing her back to health. Can you give me a medicine check?
All right. Medicine. A 26.
That is really quite good. All right. So
I'm quite good at this.
Yeah. So look at that. You didn't even heal her with a knife.
It happened one time.
Yeah, no, I know. And I'm
never
going to let you
I didn't see what I grabbed. Couldn't see anything.
So, after about a week, everybody's been off doing their things, and you're starting to get a sense of Cobalt Town. This is over the week you learned that Cobalt Town is a rather vibrant, exciting community. Going back to, I'm going to go back to the larger map here. You begin to get a sense of this place, and you're in this big cavern down here, and Cobalt Town is only really one part of it. Although you can't see as much from the map here because you haven't visited the places and they're not known to you. You do learn that down here, there is a great fen where the boggards live and cultivate mushrooms. The orcs live to the, we'll call it north of Cobalt Town, on the other side of the Hungry Lake. And the drow live opposite them, further kind of to the northeast of Cobalt Town. So you begin to learn kind of the layout of this place. You hear a lot of rumors and stories about the folk. They do trade with folk from deeper in the Darklands. And the town itself is really kind of a crossroads for a lot of the people and communities in this kind of region of the Darklands. Wow, that's something. Okay.
Yeah, don't worry. It sounds like evil clown music in the background.
My neighborhood is being assaulted by an ice cream truck right now.
Oh,
so
no.
Like a giant one, or
well, apparently.
It's like Twisted Metal all over again.
Yeah, there isn't much I can do about it. It's just really loud. All right. So, I'm going to go get ice cream. I'll be right back. No, I'm kidding.
Give me one. I want swirly sparkles with the little candy things on them.
I'll come back with a bunch of ice cream cones.
Like a fruit popsicle?
And then realize we're playing
the critical hit cookies and crumble them on top of the ice cream. It would be great.
Yeah.
Or did he eat them all?
I ate all of those critical hit cones.
All of them?
I ordered 36 and I ate all of them.
Oh.
Actually, I gave Eric a batch when he came by and dropped off the beginner box. So he had some too. Anyway, moving on. So it's been about a week, and at the end of this, Ilana, you are treating Ivona, and one morning you come in with, you've been feeding her with like pale mushroom broth, being prepared by Snelk, which you come and like spoon feed her. And you come in, and it's been about a week. And you come in with the bowl of bone broth, and she is sitting up in bed.
Good morning. She can't.
She can't
Shensen,
understand.
somebody?
Yeah.
She looks at you with kind of a confused look, and speaks a number of words in Undercommon. I forget whether or not you can speak Undercommon.
I cannot.
All right.
No Undercommon, no Draconian.
I should be in the other room.
Hopefully.
Reading, so I can probably come in and go like, what?
Yeah, you hear her talk. You were in the other room, kind of not paying attention. Here, we can move over to the shack map. The shack map.
There we are.
The room where it happens.
The room where it happens.
So at this point in time, Roark, you're off wrapping up your training. But Ilana, Shensen, you're probably off getting ready to perform. But Ilana and Lorne are here.
Lorne, can I get some assistance, please?
Sure thing. What are you babbling about? I go to the elf.
Yeah, we'll just leave him out. Okay. So you walk up to her, and she looks at you and goes, "Who are you?"
I'm Lorne.
Where am I?
Do you not remember? We saved you last time and explained all of this the first time. We saved you. You were being abducted by several drow or whatnot, and we rescued you from being sacrificed by some slime demon. Then a giant minotaur grabbed you and then kicked you up against the wall, and then we saved you once more, and Ilana here has been healing you back to health ever since.
She like rubs a spot on her head that had quite the knot on it, and is still quite bruised. It seems I have had many adventures, none of which I remember.
Actually, regardless,
That might be for the best.
I translate what Ilana said to her, and I say, well, no worries. We all here to basically help you get well, regardless of what you do remember. I am Lorne, and this is my lovely associate, Ilana. And we have two others, Roark, who is a Tengu, sort of like if you know what an avian bird creature is. And the other one will have silver hair named Shensen. And we are here to help you, and if you ever feel as if you are entrapped, be aware that door is always free. You are free to go wherever you wish, but we recommend you rest until you are ready to go.
She leans forward. You are sky breathers.
Yes, I breathed a lot of sky in my day. It was really comfortable.
We've been told that a lot recently.
Why would
I suppose you could call us that. Why wouldn't I?
She doesn't know what you're saying, Ilana.
Well, translate. Be a dear and translate.
She looks at you and says, in broken common, she says, "My common tongue, not skilled."
I was really hoping she would do it like an aggressive way.
I hear.
Wow.
So at this point, don't worry too much about the language barrier. Her common is really broken, and she'll swap to undercommon. I'm assuming you're translating.
Yeah,
so we'll just assume we're telephone.
Yeah, we'll just assume we're auto translating. My bad. But
no, it's all good.
We are actually. I just to summarize, instead of having 5 hours of explanation, I explain kind of still keeping things hidden. That a surface king basically was wanting found the mine that he wanted to lay claim to, and there was some conflicts with that with the orc warband that's here, and so we're here to negotiate peaceful terms to make sure there's no war between that mine. Just to give her just that generalization.
So after you kind of tell the story to her, Roark, you return from your daily lessons, and you have now swapped out your feet successfully. And Shensen, you've wrapped up your day's performance. So everybody's back kind of together at this point. Avona looks at you, Lauren, and says, "Why did you say you found me with other elves?"
Yes, other elves of, I believe it was like purplish, palish skin, something of the like. And, yes, they seem to have you near an altar or whatnot. Last we saw, you were trying to escape from them. You were bound like a prisoner. Oh, thank you for the drink. I take the glass.
She looks at you and says, "You saved me from the cult. I am in your debt."
No debt's needed. We are the Band of Bravos. We just do this on a whim, regardless of pay. But I would like to know, do you know the name of the cult that held you prisoner?
They are... She looks... They are evil. They are not allowed here. I thought I would be safe.
A lot of little things pointed at them and said forbidden.
Ah, so the kobolds have found them already.
Aye. Oh, Ilana, could you go please grab Roark and Shensen? I think they should be returning soon. They might want to come and say hello to our guest again.
Well, of course. And I leave the room and go get them.
Yeah, no worries. Yeah.
Look us up.
Ooh, Roark, show me some more buckler tricks.
Oh, look at this. I can
Maybe
hold it up
not in
better.
such a small surrounding.
Here, let me stab you and see if you can stop it.
All right.
All right, hang on, Roark. These are going to come pretty quick.
Give me your best shots.
Whoa, baby. Oh, okay.
Just roll 20.
None of those hit.
And you killed your friend. I hope you're happy.
The very first one hit. You caught me off surprise with the first one, and then the rest of them are no hits.
Oh, well, that works pretty good.
I don't think he took any multiple attack penalty, though. So, I mean, you know. All right, anyway.
After you attack for like the 50th time,
now that you're done breaking our cabin.
Like, is your D20 is it like negative 100?
I took that feat that I invented that removes my multiple attack penalty when I attack people named Jason.
I don't like that feat.
Yeah, like, it applies to every monster at that point. So it's like +5, +10.
Yeah, I don't like it.
That would have been very helpful last week.
I think I'm going to need to take that into design and see what I can do with it. Oh, it changed to James. Oh, that's weird. All right. Anyway, so when Roark and Shensen come into the room, Avona like suddenly looks apprehensive and kind of pulls her knees up to her chest and looks at both of you with kind of furtive glances. Who are they?
Hi, I'm Shensen.
Yes, this is Shensen, the one I mentioned before, and Roark is this one.
Greetings.
They assisted in your rescue.
She points to Roark and says, what manner of creature are you?
Tengu, born and bred. My mother was a Tengu. My father was presumably a Tengu. Never met him.
It is. There are many other creatures that live at the surface, where you refer to them as sky breathers. They are forms of his kind that fly through the air, as if without any care.
You were like a bat.
Yes, but with feathers.
But handsomer.
And then turning her gaze to you, Shensen.
Hi.
She says, I mean you no harm.
Neither
Come
do
no
I.
closer.
All right. I hope you're feeling better. You've been in kind of a situation over the last several days. I assume they told you got jumped by a bunch of slimy cultists.
They are bound to the Oozing Eye.
Can you do a check at all to see what that is?
Yeah, give me a let's call it a religion check.
Yeah, that's like a 1. But let's see if we get I got a nat 1.
You are pretty sure it's some sort of
it oozes.
It's a cult.
It's a dwarven society for dwarves with conjunctivitis.
Yeah, it's a sickness. It's a congestion for dwarfing. It sounds like it's flu.
It's for people with pink eye.
Yeah, they sneeze at their eyeballs. It's a terrible sickness.
Yeah, no, it's a real problem. They try and wipe it with their beards. It's not a good way to solve it.
Is that related to that one disease, pop eye?
Yeah, absolutely. Shensen, you haven't heard of this either. Although you don't have some erroneous information about a dwarven conjunctivitis support group.
I'm pretty set in my beliefs.
17, I've traveled a bit.
You know very little. The Oozing Eye, you have a vague recollection of it having something to do with demons.
So I've heard it in a ghost story around a fire at some point.
Yeah, kind of.
In the dictionary, demons, you may have saw their symbol, and it's like, that's neat, and then you kept going.
Kept going. That's spooky looking. Let's move on.
I don't like this chapter. So she just says, yes, they would have fed me to it. That is what they do. That is why they are banned here. They are forbidden.
We've gathered that much.
I just hear I just imagine when you say forbidden, I just hear in the distance just a bunch of kobolds going, forbidden, forbidden, forbidden. It's just like a collection.
Accurate. Yeah, no, that every once in a while you do hear that now within the city. At first you didn't pick up on it, but now when you hear it, you're like, oh.
It's just on cue every time. It's like, yeah, that seems pretty forbidden. This is in the distance.
So yeah, she says, I am in your debt. And then quite suddenly she's like, wait, did you find anyone else down there?
No.
Nobody that's around anymore.
What do you mean? Tell me. She kind of leans forward.
They attacked us first. There was nobody else in any cages or on any tables. We didn't see anybody else. Everybody else down there was probably part of your cult.
I am not part of that cult. I fled there years ago.
No, it didn't mean it in an accusation. I'm just saying it's
But
that's how we found you.
Compatriot is trying to say that we found no one else. You were the only one we found. I assume you have a friend or a relative that they captured as well.
She kind of looks down. You didn't see a drow with pale skin and white eyes?
No, I did not.
Did we see a drow with pale skin and white eyes?
No,
okay,
not at all.
Okay, good.
I mean, and to be clear, all of the drow have kind of pale lavender colored skin. She kind of says, no, pale, almost pure white. You didn't see anyone like that?
No, we did not.
Roark, did you see one?
I don't think so. No.
Okay.
I mean, there
Just
was a lot of chaos, and some people did run. They could still be out there.
What does this person mean to you?
That's a little invasive, Lorne. A little personal.
Obviously, this person seems very in for this person, and if this is someone else, then dogs are outside. I didn't know they were native in this land, but this seems somewhat important to this person, and if we are the band of bravos off for adventure, the gang tells, I believe this might be a lead to this cult who has been causing us quite some trouble. And what else better to do than save the day as we wait for the orcs to arrive?
He is my brother. We live together here in Cobalt Town. And if they caught me, they undoubtedly found him as well.
So you have a house here in Cobalt Town?
We have a room that we rent.
Oh,
But it is obvious to me that the members of the cult found us. They've been looking for us for some time, ever since we fled.
So what is the last thing you remember before all of these shenanigans?
We had returned home from our shift at the Coopers. We were sitting down for dinner, and then there was one of our windows broke, and there was a foul stench that wafted in the air, and everything went dark.
We should go investigate your room, your house, wherever it was you were at. Look for clues. Clues will lead us to the cult. Because we only saw like 2 or 3 cultists there, and usually there's a lot more of them. And they're usually like dancing around in a bigger room, and there's like monsters and giant snakes.
Yes, that would be best. I do not wish to tarry, but I am still so weak.
It is fine. You go ahead and continue to rest. We have possibly some other duties to do. And once you feel right and available, we will, we can help investigate all this for you. Or you can go off your own way. Either way, we're here to help.
There have been... The cult has been tracking me for months now, trying to find me. I've known they've been in town. We found a number of their lairs. I reported them to the kobolds. They do not tolerate their faith
If
here in
it's
this
not
community.
too invasive to ask, why are they following you?
Find my brother first. Then maybe I will tell you why.
All right. I believe that's doable. What do you think?
Well, you'll need to let us know where the cult headquarters is, maybe.
That's true. Or we can go look around her house, or we can go visit the Coopers.
I vote on her place first. Find some trails of it, because I suspect she was only blindfolded and taken to their headquarters. She probably doesn't know the trail, so any leads we can pick up will be there. Can we have the location of your current adobe, and we will investigate ourselves, and you can rest here.
Of course. My brother's name, by the way, is Rakarnas. And
Roark, could you write that down? I'm a wizard and I have trouble spelling.
Got it.
You will not mistake him for anyone else. He is like me, but even more pale, and his eyes are almost entirely white.
To guarantee that this person won't run or try to kill us, do you have a certain word or a phrase or anything we could say to your brother to make sure he knows that we're here to help?
Just tell him I sent you.
Excellent. We shall do so. I look to the floating quest dialogue and I click accept, and then I walk out the door.
And the exclamation point on top of her head turns into a question mark, so it's fine.
Yeah.
All right.
Quest accepted. I now wait.
Yeah. All right. So she explains where she lived. She lived kind of in the cheaper part of town. You guys are kind of up near the temple, so you're in kind of the wealthier part of town, where the Cracked Fang is. And where she lives is kind of down near the main gate, which is the cheaper part of town. And she describes the location as, you know, it's a room in basically a tenement, so nothing fancy, but she describes where it is, and She unfortunately no longer has the key, so you'll need to break in.
That's
I've got
nothing
this.
new.
Yeah, yes, nothing new.
Well, we have a helmet and a Shensen that uses the battering ram. We got this.
No.
No, my head is filled with valuable things that shouldn't be battered.
Yeah,
We've got
and they're all hard-headed. Let's go.
This will be like Shensen. Remember when we did that brief run on that famed investigator Quinn? We did
kind of
that
narrow
one-
my eyes over at Lauren, and then look over at. Yeah, I guess so.
See, you have
No,
so
I've
much
got this.
valuable things in your head, and then need to bog them around a little bit more.
All right, so you've got the location. You've got your quest log is up,
And our battering ram.
Yeah, and you've got a battering ram. So I'm assuming you're going to make your way over to the tenement.
Yes.
Indeed.
Be sure to lock the doors. Put some beware of dog signs around for bandit.
All right. So
Leave some food, water, gold. It's fine.
Yeah,
There's
put
money
some
on the
kibble.
counter.
You
Order
know,
some takeout tonight.
you make your way to the tenement, which is kind of back in this segment of town, out near the wall, kind of near the main entrance gate, and you make your way there without too much trouble. The town is busy and bustling. There's folk from all around the Darklands making their way through Cobalt Town, doing trading and taking in the sights of the town, and you quickly find yourself making your way down back alleys to this tenement. And when you arrive, the directions that Ivona gave you, she mentioned in particular that the side of the building had kind of a blue mushroom painted on the side of it, and that would help you identify it. And so it took you a little bit to find it because there are a fair number of kind of rundown tenements back here. Give me a survival check. Let's see how long it takes.
one survival coming up. That's a 15. for
Anybody?
Lauren.
All right, Nate.
22.
Well, there we go. It doesn't take you too long. You don't get lost and waste the afternoon searching for it. And by the after about an hour, you do manage to stumble upon the building with the blue mushroom painted on the side. She said that she lived in unit number 7.
Lucky 7.
Now, have you found the apartment yet? I'm old and can't find things.
Yes, it's over here. She said it was 7. Is there anything about the door? Is it locked? Is it slightly ajar? They said they broke a window. Maybe we can just go in through the window that they already broke.
So you make your way up the back staircase, and the staircases are kind of on the outside of the building, and then there's like it's like this is the sort of building that's 3 stories tall. It's all made of kind of this the mushroom wood that they use down here. So it kind of leans and creaks as you make your way up, and you get up to the second floor, and folks are hanging their laundry out, and you get up there, and there's some large, angry-looking rat down at the end of the walkway, chewing on one of the posts, and making your way up to door number 7. It actually looks new compared to the rest of the building.
How long
Maybe
has she
someone
been
else
gone?
is- Yeah.
You don't know. You've been nursing her to health for at least a week, but
Oh, I'm just gonna knock. I'm gonna knock. Let's just knock.
away.
Listen through the
That-
door first. Go ahead, Ilana. I
That's
believe
not
in you.
suspicious at all. I'm just going to see if somebody
Ilana,
answers.
we're a
All right.
group of heavily armed sky breathers. We're already suspicious.
so
True.
as you're mentioning this, she's already reached up and knocked on the door, and a moment goes by and nobody answers.
Okay. I'll put my ear against the door.
Go ahead and give me a perception check.
Perception 16.
You don't really hear anything, and as you're doing this, coming downstairs from the third floor is a black scaled kobold who has like what looks to be like some sort of fish skin vest and has a big nose ring. And he comes down and he's got in one hand a fistful of keys, and he's like, mac, 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 mac.
Mac, 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 mac. I reply back in Draconic.
And then he comes up and opens up the door for you.
Oh, very helpful.
What did you say,
for those of you who speak Draconic,
you'll never know. You'll never know.
Oh, come on.
You'll never know. It's a thing. It's a thing between us magic casters. Got it? I do a little lightning arc.
It's precious.
I can zap you too.
Yeah, so he lets you in to take a look at the place. So opening up the door to the inside, unfortunately, reveals that he has apparently emptied out the place to re-rent it to someone else. So it's pretty bare. There isn't a lot in it.
I asked the kobold in Draconic, I assume he's still there, that I was like, what happened to the previous residence's items?
He's like, mac, 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 and points at the dump.
I go, okay. Has no one come back investigating this for the previous owners?
Mac, 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 mac. And he actually says that one of them elves came by and said that if anybody comes by looking, that they moved to the old beetle barn, and that they should come there to find them.
Got it. Did this elf look very
definitely
pale?
A trap.
He looks at you funny when you ask him that, and he's like, Mac?
Yeah, it's a trap. I said, thank you. Mac, 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 mac. And I give him a copper going, mac, mac, mac.
Mac.
Yeah, man. Give me that shh. And then shh, mac, mac, mac.
Mac, 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 mac,
mac, mac. And I go in.
Looking forward to seeing how all this like.
So that was a conversation.
So whenever we do a Sirenscape pack or whatever for kobolds, do we just have to? That's now canon, right? That they talk like mac, 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 mac. All right, so if anyone plays Pathfinder, I mean, James, do you approve of the new kobold voices? You are the creative director.
Yeah, I've been doing those voices for a long time.
Yeah, I think I actually picked it up from James. So
it is now canon. So there you go. I go inside the apartment and investigate around with the rest of my friends.
So you make your way inside, and it is clear that this place used to be an apartment where people live. There's like dust outlines, and the wall is discolored in places where it looked like there might have been a portrait hanging at one point in time. There's the floors, which this mushroom wood, by the way, is a little spongy. It's pretty rigid if it's thick enough, but it's still a little spongy on the surface, so you can see the indents of where like the bed was sitting and where the couch and chairs might have been. So you can kind of get a sense of that. One of the windows looks like it's been boarded over as if it was broken. And that looks pretty recent because the mushroom wood kind of goes pale as it gets old. It starts as kind of a very mottled brown and gray, and then it gets paler and paler the older it gets. So you can kind of tell what's new versus what's old.
I'd like to take a look at the window area. Like she said, they came to the window and got them. So is there one window or multiples?
So this unit is really just one room. It's not very large. It's maybe 20 feet wide, 30 feet deep. So it's really quite small. And especially for two people living in it. And so there's on the door side, there's a single window. And then on the other side, which is the side of the building kind of looking out at the city, there are 2 windows on that side, and that's one of the windows that's broken.
Let's investigate it.
Yeah, so I allow my friends to investigate the room, and I basically keep an eye out down the hallway. And I you all have this covered.
Okay. So you take a look around, and everybody who's wandering about inside the unit, tell me what you're looking at, and I'll tell you what you need to roll.
I'm going straight for that broken window.
Okay.
I've already convinced myself. I don't know. Wait, is it boarded up?
Do we need to pull the bolt off the window?
One of the panes of the window is broken, but the other 3 are still intact. It's like a 4-pane window.
Didn't they open it up from the inside then? Like reach in, open the window. Is it openable, the window?
Nope.
How'd they get it through a tiny
big
pane?
Is the pane?
I bet they oozed their way in.
Made a hole and they warbled their way in.
Well, that's... Roark has convinced himself that he's already like a detective, so he's peering things. Yeah.
Are you going to get a monocle for your
for my one beady eye?
Yeah, that's right.
Is that because you came out of the same book as the investigator? That doesn't mean you're an investigator.
Are you going to start narrating like an old noir story?
So give me see. All right,
dark and sandy night here in Cobalt Town.
I start calling myself the Maltese Falcon.
Maltese Tengu.
All right. Oh boy. Okay. So go ahead and give me a perception check.
You can re-roll it, you know.
12 is
You were given another hero point at some point.
I know.
Is it? Yes. Do you really think a 12 is a roll an investigator would get?
No, it definitely isn't. But I need to decide whether I'm gonna. How about a 24 then, Mister?
All right. Well, so you go up and you're like, you're eyeing up the window and you're kind of looking at it for clues, and you realize that there are a few small pieces of broken glass on the inside, and that leads you to kind of look on the outside to see how the window got broken inward. And the window outside there isn't like a ledge or anything out there, but there are like planter boxes filled with mushrooms in them on the outside. And it's very clear that in the middle of this, somebody was like standing on it. As if they had, either climbed up the building or down the building and were standing on the planter box.
Is there a footprint in the mushroom dirt?
There in fact is, and there is some strange glass bottle sitting in the planter box.
One of my daggers. I picked up the bottle from the mouth, so I'm not touching it in a very forensics investigation style. So I hold it up. What's this?
Well, to do that, you got to pry the board off, but that's fine. That's not hard to do, so that you can get at it because it's on the outside. And so you pry the board off and then grab the bottle. And it's an old-looking glass bottle. Doesn't look particularly special. It does look like there's some strange greenish powdery residue inside of it. And on one side of the bottle, there is like a partial label that looks like it's been half ripped off.
Is it read anything?
Do you read Undercommon?
I don't. I'm gonna show this to Shensen. Do you read Undercommon, right?
I do.
Okay. What do you make of this, partner?
Seems to be a message written in Undercommon.
Well, thank you. All right, so
you want me to sign it? I started looking for it.
No. I want you to read it. Read what it says.
Oh.
So looking at it, and mind you, you only have like half the label. So if you think about it as a label and you tore off the front half of the label, and left the back half. So if you tore off the, let's see, that would be the left half of the label and left the right half of the label, you can see the letter NE, part of a word. The word beneath it is AKERY. And then at the bottom, kind of in a box, is the letters EAST.
That sounds like a job for somebody in this group that makes puzzles all the time.
Roark, did you write that down? I can't exactly write Undercommon.
I'll write it down for him. It's already written, though. What are you talking about? It's right here. See? This word, obviously, the top is NE. That probably means bone. They're talking about our skeleton, our ghost friend. And the last thing here in a box obviously means that they're putting some dead body in a box. So we're looking for some sort of cult that buries people alive. That's what I get out of this.
Very astute, Shensen.
Mm-hmm. I'll hand the paper over. Solved.
So, just so that it's easier for everyone to kind of grok.
Ooh, bakery. Done bakery yeast. That's my new theory.
I was thinking bakery as well. I'm finding it also amazing that Undercommon sort of definitely translates one for one into single letters.
Well, you know.
And I'm only teasing you because that's the bane of the old puzzle making in role-playing games.
It in fact is, yes.
Or feast. It could say feast or yeast, but bakery or fakery.
So that is what you found. What is everyone else doing?
Is there anything else on the window pane? Any bits of floods of blood or hair or anything that maybe I can get a bloodhound snip off of?
You take a look and there doesn't appear to be anything. It looks like most of the glass from the window was swept up and gotten rid of because there's not enough here on the floor. You literally found like 2 small shards of glass on the inside. But when you pry off the board, you can tell that the window itself was mostly entirely broken. That pane was. And there's just a couple little shards around the edges, but you don't see any blood or anything on it.
Well, we could try to follow this, or we could walk straight into the trap and get to the bottom of it.
I like that one.
So that's what Ilana and Roark are doing. Shensen, what are you up to?
Once I'm done the bakery yeast clues, I'm gonna go around. Can I go around the outside of the whole thing and just kind of investigate the ground around the planter box and the window and all that? Look for like clues.
So you go back outside, go downstairs because you're up on the second floor, and go around the building and give me a perception check.
As this internet holds up.
Oh, yeah. Well, you know.
Internet is doing its best to make me hear like every third word.
Well, I shall repeat myself. You make your way downstairs and wander around the building, trying to look for any clues. Why don't you go ahead and give me a perception check? There we go.
Yay! That's a 7. I'm going to spend a hero point and re-roll.
It's like, you don't find much.
I don't want Roark to see me clowning around out here like some sort of chump. So, yeah, that's much better. 22.
Because if that was going to stick, you were going to find some random piece of garbage and think it's a vital clue. All right, so with that check, the one thing you quickly come to realize as you're wandering around the building is whoever it was didn't climb up the building. As a matter of fact, you're pretty sure they climbed down from the roof to get at that window. Because looking at the floor around the bottom of the window. You don't really see any signs that anyone disturbed kind of the ground here. And when you look up the building, you can clearly make kind of scuff marks, almost that look like crampons were dug into the wall leading down to that window.
I'll go back inside and give a report. Looks like we got some sort of mountain climber.
Lauren, can you give me a perception check as you're standing at the door keeping watch?
Sure can.
Yeah.
That was a 23.
So you notice that the door leading into this place is definitely new, but the frame is not. The frame is rather old, and the area around the lock mechanism looks like it's recently been repaired, as if the door was
smashed
like
open.
Smashed in. Yeah.
So they cracked the window, tossed in something, smashed in the door into a snatch and grab. Supposedly.
I assume the door was smashed
hypothesis.
into the apartment, not outside the apartment.
Yeah, correct. The hinge part, or sorry, not the hinge part, the latch part was broken out on the inside.
Oh.
In that the door was broken in, not out.
So I think your theory is a sound one, Maryssa.
All right.
We should check the roof for any more clues. If someone came down,
Is there anything
and I
higher?
something.
Are there any other roofs higher than this roof?
In the immediate vicinity, most of the buildings are about the same size. They are not too big. So most of them are around the same height.
Yeah, but one could jump from one to the next.
I was gonna say, if I remember reading.
Conceivably, yeah. I mean, it'd be a bit of a long jump from the nearest one, but it wouldn't be impossible. So, Roark, you wanted to go up to the roof?
Yeah, all signs are pointing to the roof.
All right. Are you climbing up there?
Yes, I am.
Great. Why don't you give me an athletics skill check?
All right, here we go. A 17.
All right. The building isn't particularly hard to climb. There's even a hatch on the top to kind of get up onto the roof. There isn't a ladder though, but you managed to kind of hoist yourself up there and take a look. Getting up to the roof, the roof here is flat. Some of the roofs in this town are sloped and slanted because it does. There isn't rain down here. Obviously, you're in a cave. But condensation from above does kind of constantly kind of drip down because you're in this giant humid cave. So a lot of the roofs do have a bit of a slant to them just to allow the moisture to run off and not cool. This roof, however, is mostly flat. So you get up there and make your way over to the area above where that would be. And sure enough, plain as day, it looks like someone dug a grappling hook into it. At this point and scaled down the building from there. But there's nothing else really here. There's just the kind of definite claw in mark of a grappling hook being dug into the kind of mushroom wood.
No cigarette butts, as if someone were sitting there waiting for some time. What I was half expecting. But still,
it was a damp, moist night in Cobalt Town.
It was dark like it was every night.
And every day, because there's no sun here.
What day and night don't even mean anything.
But I'm always cold.
All right, well, I'll clamber my way back down and let everyone know. Yeah, someone came in from the roof. Like I think, stood on this planter here, smashed the window in, and then someone came in through the door.
Think it was a werebat? I bet it was a werebat. Those things are the worst.
We're not ruling it out yet. Could be a theory. I think someone oozed their way through the window.
What did the footprints look like? The footprints in the planter.
They just like boots?
Large, small.
They're narrow boots,
like a bat would wear.
Did you say like a bat?
Yeah, they have narrow feet. Those bats.
Sure.
Would you say it was someone of medium size? possibly?
Yeah.
Smaller?
Yeah, I would say
Not-
that they were probably medium. Yeah.
Probably not kobolds then.
No. Kobolds, you've noticed the kobolds tend not to wear shoes.
I don't either.
Aw.
Oh, kobold friends.
Yeah.
All right. So, you've kind of exhausted
Yeah.
everything you could find here. Where
Maybe
where
we
do
could-
where do you plan to go next?
We could ask around, Shensen. Maybe we should ask around a bit about whether or not there's something called the Stone Bakery or the Bone Bakery
Or just
something along those lines. Some
just-
places that sells potions or
just
liquids and
any
little
bakery. Yeah.
Yeah, yes. Or that would definitely sell something in little potion bottles.
Yeah.
All right. So you're gonna go canvassing the neighborhood.
Well, yeah, we'll beat feet and knock some heads together if we need to.
Great. All right. So, let's see. Gathering information is what? Diplomacy?
Yeah, so I've asked Shensen to do it.
Yeah, fair enough. Diplomacy check, please. I'm assuming the rest of you are tagging along on this and not going off to do some other activity.
Yeah.
We will wait to walk into the
Yes.
trap till everybody walks into the trap.
Oh.
Hey, that's a 24 for diplomacy.
That's actually really quite good. You canvass around a bit, and most folk that you talk to are like, mac. And, you know, they don't know what you're talking about. But you do eventually stumble upon a kobold who is, you know, you're wandering past a tenement building and the windows open, and you're asking folk and holding up this bottle and showing it to some people outside, and somebody from the window calls out mac. And she waves you over and is like mac, and points at the bottle, and then goes over to her shelf and shows you a bottle that says 4 Stone Bakery, and on the bottom it says yeast.
Oh,
All right.
4 Stone
Okay.
Bakeries, where we got to go. That's where the cult's
Yeah.
hiding out.
She looks at you
Maybe.
and shakes her head and explains they've been out of business for years.
That's the perfect place for a cultist to hide out. Old business that doesn't work anymore. Dig out a
Mhm.
basement below it. Fill it up with monsters. Not that I put any thought into this, but that'd be a good idea if you were looking.
Well,
to
that's
maybe
your whole
start a
job,
cult.
James. To think about this sort of thing.
That's the danger of running RPGs for people who make them for a living. Everyone knows my tricks because it's their tricks too.
Well, I am very delighted with your tricks. All right.
Oh, all right. Well,
Hey.
good. Well, good.
It's
Good.
it's a good place to hide like Vrock demons, minotaurs,
Shut up.
skeletons, Atyags, owlbears.
To be fair, this is also the MO of every Batman villain, right? Hide out in an old abandoned but also themed business.
Hmm.
There's only so many abandoned circuses the
Ooh.
Joker can hide in. Let's go.
Also, due to the
Exactly.
law of conservation of characters, I'm pretty sure that elemental guy we saw stomping around the hills and the stairs and all that is the cult leader.
Ooh, no.
Or he's going to be down in the basement guarding it.
That too.
Jason, was it FOUR or FOR Stone
Oh, that does matter.
or FORE?
it was FOUR.
Okay, just curious more than anything.
So
Let's
find out where it is.
Let's head to this abandoned place. Yeah.
All right. So you begin kind of asking around and attempting to uncover this place. Can you give me another diplomacy check to try and locate it? Because it's not like a business that currently exists. It's out
I
of
can.
business.
A
So
25.
25. Well, that's pretty good. Just a second here. Okay. There we are. Okay. So you ask around a bit, and it takes a bit because they're like, that place, yeah, you find a kobold who's like, yeah, I think that place went out of business. I think some drow moved in there a few years ago. It's just like a block away. I think they live there now.
Ooh, it's time to go into creeper mode and sneak up on the place.
All right.
Let's case the joint.
Yeah.
All right. Well, you make your way through the kind of back alleys until eventually you find this old, relatively small building. Doesn't really look like, to be honest, it's kind of indistinguishable from most of the homes in the area. And it looks like a small, tiny local bakery that, the kind of place that would make, a couple dozen loaves a day and sell them to the neighbors. But all of the windows are boarded up. And looks, you would assume it was abandoned, except for the fact that there is a very thin ribbon of smoke coming out of the chimney.
I imagine this was probably made with like cricket flour and stuff like that.
Mushroom flour.
Delicious mushroom flour, yeah.
Almost undoubtedly.
Are there any mouse-sized holes in the boards?
Yeah, you would think so. Well, here, let's go ahead and move over.
Do we get to look?
For no particular reason. Let's just let's move over to this map.
Ah, yes, the map of perpetual darkness in the void. I am
very
most
dark. Is it
familiar with
nighttime?
this.
I'm not worried until I see the turn thing pop up or like Jason's measurement line start measuring distance to us. We're safe.
It's just dark.
Wait, can none of you see anything?
No.
It's very dark.
I mean, unless you have us.
Here.
Yes. You have to give one of us a light.
Yeah, tokens on there and tokens vision.
Hold on just a second. Let me.
It's a bleep bloop.
It is the dark lens. This is on brand.
Huh. I'm really confused.
It's dark and evil.
I've gone blind.
Well, we did say we wanted a noir campaign. It's a dark and stormy night. All right.
Yeah, just add some.
I couldn't see my hand in front of my face.
Here, as he figures it out, we got to find like weather sounds. Let's see, storm. Let's see. I found a storm. It's night. It's
I knew that dame was trouble from the moment she said "mac mac mac mac."
All right, we're gonna do. All right, gathering storm sounds. Go. As soon as it plays. There we go.
What about vampire
rain, wind, rain.
It was a dark,
lightning.
I can
dark
see
and
my
windy here in Cobalt Town. We went to
where the weather was coming from, we don't know.
We found a bunch of pale
there's a me.
elves summoning and worshipping slime things. It was quite terrible. The last client I ever had died by a whole glob of slimes. It was horrible.
Can any of you see now?
No.
I see my token.
I see my tokens, but I only see the endless void in front of me, just like my last mission.
Oh, I'm dumb. I'm really dumb. Okay.
There you go.
Oh.
It is no longer a stormy night.
Now I can see like a building and like a solid gold bandsaw blade down in the corner.
Yeah, I'm fixing it.
How much is that blade worth? Can I put it on a stick and hit people with it?
I'm fixing it.
Use it like a frisbee.
I screwed something up.
Captain America's shield.
Can you still see?
No,
Yes.
I can still see, but I can't. You took away my gold disc.
Yes, I did. Very good.
You took away my destructo disc. I can no longer cut off giant monkeys' tails with it.
Oh no, I'm so sad. All right.
It seems specific.
It suddenly occurs to me that I hadn't clicked players can see light. So, I mean, it happens.
We can see.
Yay.
How's that?
We can fight.
Fight.
Oh, I see the cat.
What?
Yeah, there's the kitty.
Kitty.
That cat's gonna be behind everything. I bet you anything. The secret
Who
mastermind.
took out the lights?
Don't talk about Rango that way. All right. So, all right. So now that we have light, because I remembered to click players can see light. Yeah.
All right, perception. Fine. Mouse-sized hole. See into
So,
the bakery.
We can
Cult.
do a be right back as you help prepare the other things.
What was that?
We can take a quick breather as you prepare your things.
Oh, I'm all set, so don't worry.
Okay.
We're good.
All right, I'm good.
I got the clock. Don't worry.
I'm ready to destroy your minions.
No, what minions? There's just a house here.
Yeah,
so
with minions
you can
inside.
what?
With ominous smoke.
That doesn't make any sense.
We
All
know
right,
how this
so
goes.
you can see the front door. There is a window next to it. Like I said, just like all the other buildings around here, it's made from this kind of pale mushroom wood. There's a tiny cobbled path leading up to it. It looks like it was, at one point in time a bakery, but it is not anymore.
Oh,
Are the
right.
windows like boarded up or like?
Yeah, they're boarded up. You cannot see inside.
And if I go around the far side where there's this nook on the wall, is that like where this looking up? Is that where the fireplace is? Smoking?
That is the fireplace. Yeah.
You could climb down there in mouse form. Although mouses are flammable, so maybe that's not a good idea.
There is smoke coming out of it, so climbing down a chimney filled with smoke is maybe
That
not
would be
great.
a little problematic. Is there a hole or a crack, something in the boards?
I mean, you can always try to see if there's enough crack under the door. Because mice are able to squeeze themselves through.
I would say that up here, this window up here, does have, a tiny little crack in it that you could probably squeeze through. It is pretty dark in there, though. Like you get down to eye level and try and look inside, and you can't really see much. If any of you have dark vision, that might reveal more.
Not yet.
Did you say there's smoke coming out of it? So would there be a fire inside?
You would think so, but if there is, it's not emitting any light.
Well, it could be a grated fire.
Or a smoke monster.
So we just have to... When in doubt, I can go in and unlock the door if we don't want to just all charge in there.
Well, maybe we use your previous tactic and just knock on the door and see what that does.
No.
I can pick the lock too.
Oh,
if
that
need be.
That works even better.
But if we want to scout up, up to Maryssa if she wants to risk scouting out in there.
Let's see what we have. That's what I vote on. Go ahead, Ilana.
You know what? If there's a crack, we can always just take a little peek. Part of me wants to send in a couple of dancing lights ahead of me just to see if anything wakes up.
Well, you would need line of effect, but...
and I can't peek through the crack to do that, would I?
No, you can't really see.
Okay. It's we knew we were walking into a trap. We're just walking into one slightly earlier than we meant. Let's just knock or unlock the door.
Here, wait. I have
Everybody together.
I have an idea. Hold up, Roark. I come up to the door. I knock on my skull, going, Grassfeld.
He's like, what?
Can you check past this door real quick?
I mean,
Right.
I guess.
All right, thank you.
Peek your head through the door.
I wait.
Hold on here. Let me get to the right layer. Make sure I'm looking at the right stuff. All right. So Grisfell appears and he's like, I'm not here to just scout for you. I'm a skilled wizard.
I
And
understand.
we appreciate it.
And just like any skilled wizard, wizards must be prepared. So, if you would please help us with our timely survival to make sure there are no dangers inside, and if there are, we can plan accordingly.
He's like, but if there's danger in there, I'm not going to have anyone to help me.
You're the ghost. You're the danger as far as they're concerned.
All right. Grisfell walks through the door, and you hear him go, "It's awfully dark in here."
I swear to whatever god exists, Grisfeld.
We got the one ghost that doesn't have dark vision on the entire continent.
He's like, "What? I didn't have dark vision when I was alive. What makes you think I'd get it when I'm dead?
I don't know. I'm not a ghost. I don't know how it works.
I press whatever. It's like, Roark,
Wait,
just kick it down. Just kick it down. Just get. We're breaking in
He's
the
like-
ring.
he's
One
like,
ready.
listen.
One ready.
He's like, listen, I think there's some old gross furniture in there. There's just enough light to make out some old gross furniture.
Like the kind you
Where's
see
the
on the
light
side of the
come
road
from?
in the university districts.
Yeah, just like that.
Yeah.
Outside our wizard college dorm after the semester was done, everybody tossed their old flesh couches out.
Oh.
We were necromancers. It was cheap.
No. Gross. I'm gonna pick this dang lock.
Yay.
Very good. All right, go ahead.
Oh,
Would you like to reroll?
It can't get worse. 21.
So you go up and start working with the lock. And as you do so, it takes a bit of work. It's not the nicest lock in the world. And a 21 is good enough to pick it, but it does take you a little bit. So after a moment, you manage to pick the lock, and the door opens. Go. We'll just go ahead and delete the door. But it's very dark in there. You can't see anything. Do any of you have light?
I have low light vision, so I can see a little
I tap
bit,
my
maybe.
staff
Just-
and light up
Yeah,
the skull.
There you go.
There it is.
Put myself there.
There we go.
There we go.
Ew, gross furniture. But at least they have a rug.
Yeah, at least they have a rug. All right. So you can now see into the building here, and yeah, it's like it looks like this room used to maybe be the room of the main room of the bakery, with the kind of the fireplace being used to bake the bread and back. But in the years since, it looks like it's been converted to kind of a crude living space. There is like a plate of old moldy food on the table in front of you on the other side of the couch. Over in the corner here, you make out kind of it's hard to make out what it is, but it looks like a pile of just like offal with mushrooms growing out of it.
Does it
Mold.
smell?
It's mold that seeks sentience.
Yeah, basically.
Ugh.
So, yeah, it stinks really terribly. And as a matter of fact, Ilana, as you move closer, and Roark, as you move to that position, can the two of you give me perception checks real quick?
Sure thing.
Can do.
Dang, another terrible roll. That one I'm keeping.
26.
All right. So, Ilana, you pick up on this just as you draw near it. The pile of offal suddenly moves. The mushrooms and whatnot that are on it kind of stay on its back as it kind of rears up. And what you see is this horrifying slug-like creature. That
Hi, friend.
hold on just a second here. There we are. That rises up from the corner and looks at you with its
that's not what I thought it would
distended,
be.
slime-covered jaw as
That's
it
not a slug.
rears up and kind of goes.
Oh,
And
that's not what I.
is where we are going to take a brief little break.
Yay! That's not what I imagined at all.
Yay! So we are going to take a short little 5-10 minute break here, folks. Allow the cast to get themselves another beverage and get ready for the second half of the show. We will see you in just a few minutes. Stay tuned for more Band of Bravos. Hey there, everybody. Welcome back. When we left, when we went on break, the Bravos had broken into the Four Stone Bakery searching for the missing brother of Ivona. Upon breaching the interior, they found an old, rotten bakery that had been converted into kind of a dilapidated living quarters. Upon approaching an old pile of what looked like mold and offal covered in mushrooms, it suddenly rose up, its slimy, slug-like form rising up, roaring out. The nightmarish creature kind of opens its jaw to reveal gross gray and brown teeth covered in slime, its filmy eyes staring at you with hatred and disgust. And at that, I think I'm going to need everyone to roll initiative. Please,
I'm going to call this guy the Pillsbury Mold Boy.
Oh, right, yeah, fair.
I'm not sure if it's better or worse than what I thought it was. And I think I'm going to re-roll my initiative because 13 is not good.
Yeah. Lorne. Oh, there you go. That's a natural 20. And
there we go.
And Lorne got a 14 on his initiative.
I see that. So, Lauren, you got a 14. Shensen, you got a 23. Ilana has a 30. And Roark, look at you go with your last. Mighty 12.
I'll go last.
All right. Ilana, you snapped up the perception check. You saw this thing as it was rising up from the corner. You also get to go first.
I am going to take 2 actions. I'm going to go, I'm not sure if that's better or worse. I thought it was a dead person. Produce flame.
All right. Let's see here. That is a 21 to hit. That is going to score a hit and deal 5 points of damage. Yeah, your flame strikes out to hit the horrible, slimy, slug-like creature. It kind of squeals when you hit it with the fire. It's like, yeah!
Oh, sorry. Oh. Ew. Sorry.
That was 2 actions. Did you just apologize to the monster?
We invaded his house. We kind of just broke and entered, and he was sleeping. It was rude. I'm going to use my last action, take a few steps back.
Can you
just to put some space?
Yeah, absolutely. Let's see. Okay, so you take a few steps back. Shensen, you are up next.
All right, I'm going to do the standard lingering composition plus
Bard bonus.
And my performance check for lingering composition is a glorious 23.
Well, let me check and see if that is sufficient. A 23 is a success.
Yay! So I got, I guess I got a broken heart counter this time for my song. It's a very sad song that I perform.
You're singing country and western. All right.
Yeah, it's time to shake hands with danger.
Shake hands with danger.
I'm gonna bounce and vault over this furniture and do it like very, dangerously. Like I might slip and step on a nail or something like that.
That kind of sounds like an acrobatics check, unless you actually want to go around all that stuff.
Oh yeah. Acrobatics for sure. 22.
Yeah, no problem. Yeah, you're fine.
And then
well done.
I land. Hey, thank you. I land on Mr. Slimy Face's uneaten meal, and I say, "This obviously isn't where you live. It would be filthier if you owned this place," and that justifies my stab. So 21.
21 is going to hit, and as you hit it, it like goes.
Is it like stabbing a giant pile of gum? Does my scimitar stab it and then stretch out? So 5
yeah,
points
but gum that was just spit out, so it's really wet and slimy. Yeah. All right. Monster noises. Those are a thing I make. All right. So this thing begins to like wail and moan, just like And it's at that point that you can hear that there is clearly a second one somewhere down the hallway. Because there are more pitiful whines coming from that direction. So, let's see. This thing begins whining because it just finally got to take a turn. And it is going to swipe at you, Shensen, with a claw.
How dare it? Ooh! That's a hit.
Armor class 26 is a hit. And oddly, that didn't roll damage for some reason. So here's the damage. Take 14 points of damage as its claw rakes through you, ripping flesh.
That's more than I thought it was going to be.
And then it tries to hit you with its second claw, but that is going to be a pathetic miss. And as it misses, it just looks up at you with these sad, gross eyes. It is like... All right.
I'm not fooled. That thing packs a punch.
So, from down the hallway, you hear a similar kind of pathetic mewling. And Roark, from somewhere down in this hallway, there is a, let's see here. A blob of goo comes flying at you from down the hallway. And it reeks of, like, you know that smell of stomach acid? Like, that smell hangs heavy in the air as this comes flying out at you. But it does not manage to hit. And I will try again, but a 16 isn't going to do it either. Mm-hmm. However, both of these include some splash damage. And even on a miss, they will still do splash.
Oh, to me?
Yes.
I imagine. So I'll take 2?
So you take 3 from the first one.
Oh, I take all the splash damage. Really?
And 4 from the second one. Yeah, you still take splash on a miss.
Okay. I don't like any of this.
All right. Oh, I suppose I should get off that tool. Okay, there we are. All right. That is them. Lorne, at the start of your turn, can you give me a will save?
Sure can.
As your senses are overcome by all of their pitiful mewling.
That is a 17 for Lorne.
All right. You are
I feel like it's a none. Okay. I am good.
Yep.
So I will basically help out with the slime in the corner going, like, Roark, you have that hallway, correct?
No, I can't see down it at the moment.
Okay. Then I'll reposition then. Hop. There you are.
Oh, there it is. No, go back. I don't want to look at it.
Yeah, down this short hallway here, you can see another one of these pathetic, mewling, slug-like creatures that's just like...
I'll aim at it like, don't worry, Roark, I'll tell you support incoming, and I cast telekinetic projectile at the one to the south.
Very good.
That is an 18 to hit.
So, you like pick up a piece of trash off the floor or something.
Yeah, I assume there's like a metal cup or something, and or some other knickknacks I put together and swoosh and throw it at him.
There's like a ceramic mug that you can send flinging down the hallway. Unfortunately, it slams into the wall right next to the thing and shatters, showering it with bits of ceramic, but it doesn't look like that hurt it.
Bard bonus. Do I have to turn on my aura?
Yeah, does a 19 do it instead? My bad.
Yes.
Okay, 19 does it. So right in there.
Turn off your damnable aura. Everything's yellow. All right.
It's shiny.
That does manage to hit. You thought for a moment it didn't do anything, but when it turned its head, the handle of the coffee mug was embedded in its skull, and it will take 14 points of damage. All right. That was Lauren's turn. Roark. We are at the bottom of the order, and it is your turn.
I am going to charge up through this thing and attempt to tumble through its space with an acrobatics check.
Very good.
A 17. I'll let that stand. See how I do.
That's against my reflex DC, right? Or is it 4?
Reflex.
Yeah. Well, it is a pathetic slug-like creature, so you're wagering it's probably not too agile, and you would be right.
Right.
With that check, you do manage to tumble through its space.
Okay, it's flat-footed to me, and I have panache. I'm going to fully spend that panache, hoping that it can take precision damage. I don't know, but we'll see how this die roll goes on the... Oops, I almost added 10 to that. 21 to hit.
A 21 will hit as it cries out.
5 damage plus rolling. 7 more precision damage. 12.
So that's a total of 12.
Yes.
It looks like it's been pretty badly hurt. It has a number of wounds on it now that are oozing this greenish, brownish ichor out of its corpulent form. But it is still up and fighting. You have one action remaining.
I have one action. I'm going to use it to raise my buckler, and I'm also going to be the teacher who says I didn't get homework. The student who says I didn't get homework, because at the beginning of my turn, I didn't have to make a will save. I don't know.
And I do need to make you one. You know, I will need you to make one. Yeah, go right ahead.
I thought so much. An 18.
And that's perfectly fine. So it didn't actually affect the outcome of anything.
Hooray.
All right. So top of the order, Ilana. It is your turn, and I need you to make me a will save first thing.
All right. One will save coming up. Ooh, 14. I'm going to re-roll that to the hero. For
Which is one
slightly
more.
better. 50. At least it's not worse.
Well, you're right. It's not worse, but it is still a failure. You are, let's see, sickened 1 due to this thing's pathetic mewling and its wet cries. They just turn your stomach. The kind of audio cacophony of this thing, its pitiful moans have sickened you.
I'm also. Ooh, there we go.
Yeah, so you're going to take a penalty of 1 on all of your D20 checks, basically, until you spend an action to attempt to retch and make that go away. But each action, you have to succeed against the original DC to make it stop.
All right.
So,
well, fire seemed to work last time, and not only am I sickened, I am also heartbroken because these poor things sound so sad. Oh, sad. Okay, fire. Produce flame.
You can always give him a hug.
Not that sad.
All right, so is that the one over here in the corner?
That is the one over here in the corner.
All right, an armor class of 22 is definitely going to hit. So it will go ahead and take, let's see, what is that, 10 points of damage?
10 points of damage.
Bard bonus, yeah, right, it's 11. All right, there we go.
11 points of damage.
So, you slam it with more flame. The fire hits its kind of greasy skin and catches. And you can see it kind of like, it's like a grease fire burning on its shoulder, and it's just like... You still have one action left, though, so what do you do?
Yep. But that smell is awful and nauseous, and making it cook makes it worse. So I'm gonna be sick. I'm gonna retch.
Okay, go ahead and roll me a fortitude save.
1 fortitude. 29.
That's a natural 20.
Well, yeah, you managed to get rid of the sicking condition, that's for sure. And your lunch. So, you're fine.
Oh, look, grubs, beetles.
Oh, that makes it worse.
Yeah, one of the beetles crawls away. It's free now.
Ironically, the sight makes you sick again.
Shensen, it is your turn. I need you to start your turn by making a will save.
I make my save. I roll a 13. I use a hero point to re-roll it.
Oh, do you? All right.
Because that's the way it goes. Yeah, 16. Oh, these guys
16 is unfortunately not enough. So I'm afraid that you two are sickened.
All right. Sickened one, I assume?
Yeah, sickened one. Yeah.
Let me just delete the bonus I gave myself in Bard. All right. I will stab him.
All right.
With a 18.
If only you weren't sickened. I'm afraid that's not going to hit. Your rapier slashes out, but your stomach is churning just too much, and you suddenly reach over, doubling, grabbing your gut, and the rapier blade misses.
It's a scimitar. Does that mean I get to re-roll?
No.
Oh, I'm going to do my second attack, my forceful attack with the scimitar. I'm going to stab him.
All right. Yeah, sorry, scimitar. Yeah.
A 23 crit. That worked better.
That is certainly going to hit, and it is a critical hit. So instead of...
It's forceful as well, so that's actually 14 points in all.
14 points of damage. Your scimitar goes slashing through the fat folds of this thing, and it's like when you cut it open, it's like it just spills out margarine that just pours out of it, spilling onto the floor in front of it. It's just like as its organs go spilling onto the floor, but it is somehow still standing.
I am sickened by that. I'm going to run away from it. That thing's gross. Just make it stop.
Well, you flee from it, which unfortunately does not save you because it goes now. And this thing is going to march, kind of slime its way forward up to you, Lorne.
Thanks, frontliner.
No problem. You got a lot of hit points. You'll do good.
And it slashes out at you with a claw. Armor class 18.
I have a 17 for AC, so that hits.
Take 15 points of damage as this thing just rakes its claw across you from shoulder to hip, leaving you with a ragged wound. And with its third and final action, it'll attempt to swipe at you again with its claw. And that's going to hit as well with a 19. Take 9 additional points of damage.
Is that -5?
Yes.
Yeah, no, that does not hit.
A 19 does not hit?
Oh, does it already factored in? Okay, never mind. Yeah, you got me.
Yeah. Yeah, so take 9 additional points of damage as that claw rakes past you. Meanwhile, in the hallway, the gross slug creature turns to face Roark and slashes out with a claw. Armor class 23.
Dang it. Always. Why do I bother even having a buckler?
I mean, it'll help.
Did this slimy gum man train at the same buckler guy? Does he know your secrets?
he knows my tricks.
He's but you are using Capifera. All right. So you take 16 points of damage as the claw rips into you, and with its second attack, it's going to attempt to hit you again. It's going to come up way short, and then it's going to try.
One moment, please.
Oh,
you're going to be.
You have critically failed against me.
You've activated his
You've fallen into my trap. Indeed. Here comes.
I did not know you are not left-handed.
That's a 22.
That is going to hit.
Only 5 damage.
All right, I will take the 5. All right.
Ah! And I believe you have one more swipe at me.
I do have one more swipe, so here it comes. It's a shot in the dark, and I'm going to wager even the fact that I rolled a 20 isn't going to do it.
It's pretty good, but not good enough, my friend.
I mean, I didn't. It was a non-natural 20. So
yes, I see.
All right, I guess a dirty 20. All right. Yeah. So that is going to miss. And that is the end of their turns. They continue this pitiful wailing, but now all of you are immune to it. So no more needing to make additional saves. Lorne, it is your turn.
Although I am feeling a terrible out of 29, I'm going to strongman wizard it by basically coming up to the ooze going, "This fault must end now." And I basically stick my hands or try to stick my hands in its eyes and immediately do shocking grasp at it and try to electrocute it to death.
Don't touch it!
I think.
Shakatoa! That is a 22 to attack with a terrible damage roll.
Oh, that is an absolutely garbage damage roll.
Bonus.
That is certainly going to hit and deal 6 points of damage.
Yeah.
It is not wearing any metal, unfortunately. So you reach out and shock it. It looks very badly hurt, but that did not kill it.
And then,
You like, and it just like, and you pull your hand back, and its face is all scarred and smoking, but it's still alive.
and then I'll take this
Just, like,
time to
warbles a
come
little
behind
bit.
Ilana. Actually,
Wash your hands before you touch anything, please.
You're gonna lose sight if I move that way. That's a.
Go around the other side of the
Oh
table,
no,
maybe.
sorry.
I mean, that's still a wall, and I'm trying to help Roark out. I'm going to rush down here and be all like,
Yeah,
"You
there
guys
go.
can
Don't
take
worry,
care
I'm
of
gonna.
it." That's my
I'll-
final
right.
action.
I'll get in front of you. That's my plan.
Roark, it is now your turn.
Yes, tumble through once more. Let's try it.
Yeah. So the neat things about Second Edition, you can use your movement to mess up the accent economy of your enemies.
That is true. But they can do the
so
same to
that's
you.
Indeed.
That is a critical success.
I don't think it gets me anything, but
All right.
thank you.
It gets you applause from Shensen.
It's very
Thank you,
fancy.
thank you, thank you,
no,
thank you.
It's very nice.
I
yeah.
again have the panache, which I will spend on the finisher to do the strike. Yeah.
All right, you dodge to the other
dude.
side of it. Your rapier darts out, and that is a clean hit.
2 points plus 6 points, 8 points of piercing damage.
The damage rolls
Yeah.
are just not with the Bravos
I
here
know.
today.
No.
All
least we're
right.
hitting.
So,
And then I raise up the buckler once more.
very good. So you slash out at it, you dodge to the other side, slash out at it, and raise your buckler. And that is the end of your turn. Ilana.
Oh, fire has been working and it's far enough away. And actually, Lauren, how far away from me are you? 20 feet. Okay, but I'm gonna kill this thing before I take care of Lauren. So we're gonna use some more fire. I'm really sorry we invaded your house.
Yeah, extra produce flame isn't 2 actions.
It is 2 actions, so I can't cast a spell and heal you.
Yes, I should be okay. Do you like to use a hero point to reroll that?
Definitely. Let's just
Yeah,
take
that's-
care
I
of
mean,
it.
that's-
25 to hit.
26 with bard bonus.
26 bar bonus.
That
didn't have a
is
chance to turn
going
my-
to hit. Let's see. That's going to
8
do what?
damage?
8 points of damage. This one in the living room here is looking really badly hurt. It is oozing from wounds all over its body. Slime is puddling down it. It's leaving like this slime trail on the floor of its own blood and ichor, but it is somehow still managing to cling to life.
Oh, okay. Oh, I don't. I'm going to use my lax action to come around over here to get a little bit closer to Lorne so I can take care of that when I can. And that's where I'm going to end my turn.
All right. All right, so you move over there and end your turn. Let's see. Shensen.
All right, I am going to bounce onto this table
Very good.
and drop down my lingering performance to 1 round left. I'm going to second action, kind of try to stab this thing.
Very good.
Top of its head with the 25 for 9 damage.
So your scimitar slashes out at it, cutting through its abdomen, and something altogether unexpected occurs. As you cut into it, it's almost as if something popped.
A lot of pressure inside.
And it explodes.
Oh.
Don't stab him in the bomb gland.
It is dead. However, the blast of its gross, rotten, slime-covered organs and blood and ichor hits, to be honest, everyone within 30 feet. Let's see.
No.
Yeah,
Reaction.
that's gonna hit everybody. I'm gonna need everybody to make me a fortitude saving throw.
That's not a reflex save.
Yeah, you can't really avoid this. It's like a wave of filth hits you. It's just a matter of whether or not it affects you.
Lorne got a 19.
I'm re-rolling mine.
Got me at 23.
Oh, God, made it worse. I made it worse.
Oh no!
I mean, Cat Roark ducked behind Lorne.
Well, he would get a cover bonus from this because Lorne is in the way, but and there's part of a wall, but that's still not going to be enough.
No. I'm the only one getting hit by this?
Yeah, you are actually the only one failing, and you are the furthest one away. As
We all
everyone
ducked
else,
that flew over us and hit Roark.
as everyone else screams, "Oh!" you like turn around like, "What?"
His mouth is open when it hits him.
Yeah.
Oh.
What do you got for me? It's just gross is all. It's
I
nothing.
just realized I rolled that on private, but it was 10 points of damage.
Good.
As 10 points of acid damage as this hits you and burns you. You are also sickened 1.
Mm-hmm.
And if you are already sickened 1, you're now sickened 2. I don't remember if you made your save or not.
All right,
I did.
everybody,
I'm
watch
fine.
out for these things. They pop. I'm going to be sick all over the table here at this point.
So,
And try
like,
to undo my sickness.
so the gross part is that it like splattered all over the walls and ceiling. So like bits of like rancid bologna are falling from the ceiling.
So baloney.
It's
So bologna, yeah. No.
My throw up
in my
check
feet
is
hair.
I got a 19 on my sick check.
Well, you didn't need to make one, but it's gross.
No, I'm trying to get rid of my sickness.
Oh.
Second one.
That is good enough.
Yay.
You were certainly helped along by the grossness of the situation.
Yeah.
All right. That
I'm
was
queuing up prestidigitations.
All right, that was Shensen. Next up is the slug thing in the hallway. It looks very badly hurt, but it is going to continue fighting.
So do I.
It is going to swipe out at Roark with a claw. 25
Good night,
is,
folks.
25 is
down.
going to hit. Take
Yep,
12.
there we go. Going down.
No.
Good night.
Don't lay down in the ick.
And then
Going
with
to
its,
forever to get on your feathers.
as Roark collapses to the ground, it takes its second action to spew acid at Lorne.
That is going to miss.
Yeah, that a 6 is definitely going to miss, but it will try with its third action as well. As a matter of fact, that might be a critical miss. What's your AC?
17.
Yeah, that's a critical miss, so you take nothing.
Yay.
And then with its third action, it's going to, yeah, that's a critical miss as well. Wow, that's some pretty terrible dice rolls. All right.
Is it because when he's doing this, he's closing his eyes so he can't see where he's aiming?
Yeah, And he's a big giant slug monster and is about as agile as a broken coffee table. All right, so that is it for his turn. Lorne, you are up next.
Okay, so I'm going to step away, and I need to make sure that the range is how it should be. I'm doomed no matter where I go. So he's going to explode on us regardless, but it would be the end of it.
Well, it is kind of a burst, so if you're out of kind of direct line, it's not going to turn the gross meat doesn't turn corners.
Yeah. At least Ilana will be safe. I use my reach spell to basically enhance my shocking grasp and then cast shocking grasp at it.
Oh no!
And so I shall go shakalaka and hope it does well. That is a 20 against it, or 21 technically.
That is going to hit.
And that is going to be 21 damage.
21 damage. Certainly enough. Your electricity reaches out, slams into this horrible thing, and it, as the electricity courses through it, it slowly swells, and then all of a sudden it just blasts gross meat and goo down the hallway. It because it's in this hallway, it's almost like this funnel of filth that goes flying up the hallway. Is
anyone else remembering weird science right now?
Oh, I'm thinking of Tremors when they blow up the graboids.
Yeah, there you go.
Jason,
I was thinking Osmosis Jones.
I was personally thinking of Big Trouble in Little China, where the guy gets really big and explodes.
I've got something that I think might help.
What's that?
Soap. I use my soap.
So, here's what's going to happen. Ilana, you have improved cover from this. You are barely exposed. If you were one square over, you would take nothing. But you're going to have a bonus on the save. I'm going to need everyone else to make a fortitude save. That includes you, Roark.
I don't automatically fail? Good.
No. Because if it were a reflex, I would say that you probably automatically fail.
I'm going to re-roll that fortitude. And I got a 24.
What's the bonus? Plus 1, 16.
Yeah, so I got a 25, technically.
No, it's bigger than +1, Ilana, but I don't think that's going to be enough. I think you failed it by too much. Let's see. All right, so let's see. So Lauren, you got a
25.
25. That's fine. Roark, you're fine. Shensen,
I'm fine. I got a 17.
That's a fail.
Enough.
That's a fail.
All right. Does he get bar bonus for an 18?
Bard bonus doesn't apply to saves.
It does if it's fear, and I'm afraid of being filthy, so...
Yeah, I understand you're afraid of being covered in filth, but that doesn't actually make this a fear effect.
Okay.
All right, so it looks like Ilana is going to take a bit of this, and so is Shensen. All right. Here it is. 5 points of acid damage.
Ugh.
All right. Well, I do believe. Are we still in initiative order?
No.
All right. Well, that's enough of that for one day, and I slam my staff on the floor and cast a 3-action heal.
All right.
Damage.
For 2.
Hey, I'll take it.
3.
So yeah, everybody regains 2 hit points. Roark, this does have the benefit of bringing you back to consciousness.
A help up, Roark.
Again, it happens again. Oh, it keeps happening.
We need to get you a bigger shield, Roark.
I need to. It doesn't matter how big my shield is going to be. He's always going to roll higher than my armor class.
I don't know what to tell you. It's just bad.
I know.
So
fine.
It looks like Shensen is casting prestidigitation over and over.
Actually, just looking at this, I need to make sure that you understand this is to tidy, not to cook the stuff all over the place.
Oh.
Didn't you want to lift some rancid meat? No.
Just
not that.
Make it go away.
What were these things?
Baloney golems.
They were not baloney golems, but I entirely inaccurate, I guess.
I didn't care for any of that.
Nope.
Give me a sec.
Great. Baloney Golems broke Maryssa. All right, so.
Well, since that's going up, how you doing over there, Roark? You got the broken bones and the
acid burns all over my body. Slashes. I think my bones are all fine though.
Oh, no, that works.
So
okay,
so
we have some time to do a medicine check, right?
You tell me. There doesn't appear to be any more enemies, at least not in your
There is
immediate
a
vicinity.
room right next to Loan. I don't want to accidentally have one be creeping out of that room while I'm trying to do medicine.
I'll check.
Yeah, check for creepers. Oh, ooh, it's got a Narnia.
Yeah, there's a bed.
There's a bed, there's a wardrobe, there was a basket. Were these things people?
So yeah, you're able to go and
Slashers.
kind of open up the door and take a peek inside. The room in there, it has a bed and a nightstand and a wardrobe. All of it looks really old and stained. It doesn't look like anyone's actually lived here for a while.
I wish to check the other room.
Okay. You go up to this door, and unlike the other doors of the house, this one looks new.
I just tried to
as-
normally open it.
As Lauren is like trying to open up a new battlefront, I'm gonna go ahead and throw a soothe spell onto Roark.
So, Lauren, are you attempting to open up that door?
Yes.
All right. So you reach down to the handle and attempt to open up the door, and when you do so, you hear a click. And this is followed up by, well, let's see.
A boom.
No.
Nice.
Snakes.
All right.
Lasers.
Well, it's a crit.
How badly
that-
does the trap crit Lauren to kill him?
So it's fortunately not even damage that I roll. So you take 2 as when you
Ow.
reach into the handle from the lock mechanism that's right underneath, this like dart comes out and hits you right in the wrist. And as it does so, you feel kind of strange. Give me a fortitude save in addition to the 2 points of damage.
Did Lauren get whammied?
I'm gonna re-roll that with a
Are
pun.
ya? All right.
It's I bet it's Lauren's favorite thing, which is poison.
That is a 22 for Lauren.
Well, you quickly grab your wrist and kind of squeeze it to prevent the poison from getting any deeper into you. And after a moment, the pain subsides and you feel okay.
Roark is already running down the hallway. Lord, no! No! Trying to like dive in front of the door.
Come back, we have to do medicine!
Oh, wait, he's okay. He's okay, everyone. He's okay.
I continue to open the door.
All right. So you're going to open up the door, and inside you see there's a bed and an old battered chest. Looks more like not like a treasure chest, but more like a foot locker kind of thing, right? You know.
I turn to the locker, look at it. I come outside the room, going, Shen, there's loot.
Loot.
It's under the bed. Cuckoo, cuckoo.
When you say loot, I hear L-U-T-E. Loot? Where?
Has a lot of gold inside the chest. Open it quickly. We can't wait.
Okay, well, they're doing that. Can I do an assurance medicine on Roark?
Yeah,
And
absolutely.
roll a couple of d8? Cool.
Go right ahead.
7. Much better.
All right.
Getting to almost half my hit points back. Cool.
Yeah, look at that. All right, so she goes to work patching you up. It takes about 10 minutes, and after that, your wounded condition is gone, and you are healed of 7 hit points.
That took a lot out of me.
Can I
Alright,
take
well,
that
let's-
time to just kind of rest and recover one of my focus points?
Yeah, absolutely.
I do.
Yeah, you can spend it in quiet contemplation and thought to regain your focus point.
I'm a bard. I do it just like the humming under my breath.
Yeah, basically.
Can I roll perception in this room?
Are you taking a look around?
Yes.
All right, go right ahead.
They were guarding something, or we just invaded some poor slime creature's home and murdered them. And I would much rather them be guarding something than
They
to
went
be.
poor. Do you see all the food that was in them?
Like out in the living room, the mailman comes by and he's like, "Hello, Baloney Golem family, I have your mail."
You did see, like, right beside the bed, there's like a frame picture of like we just killed the parents and the young son in a college hat.
He's coming home from college. Mom, Dad, I'm home. Oh God!
Oh, you exploded.
I assume he's like a Vienna sausage or something like that.
Well, yeah. I mean,
he went to college to be a doctor.
Oh, okay. Doctor of meat.
You know, preventive disease.
So, good lord.
What do I find in here?
You can definitely tell today is Friday. All right, so you get into this back bedroom here, and taking a look around, you notice that the bed looks like there's like scratch marks in the floor, as if the bed's been dragged around this room several times.
Uh-oh.
I've made my actual perception check. I can kind of, yeah.
Can I? I'm just going to look under the bed. That's so much easier than trying to move it right now. What's under the bed?
Looking down underneath the bed, you can make out what appears to be a trapdoor.
Marvelous. Shensen, do you want the chest or do we want a trapdoor?
I think I've heard stories of traps being put on things that have latches. I don't know if they're for real, but I think we should probably look that footlocker over. There's also that Narnia portal in the other room that probably leads to glory.
It's called a wardrobe, and it's where people keep clothes.
Yeah, clothes. A lot more interested in
now.
Clothes than shoes. Well, shoes are cool.
That's where we got Mr. Grisfeld's stuff.
Oh yeah. Well, we can look in both. We don't have to go down into the trap door that somebody obviously moved their bed over. What if this was like evil stepmother that put their kid in this room, and there's no monster under your bed, and in fact it was over the dungeon level entrance.
Well, now that
the monsters are under the bed.
Now that you've seen it, you can also tell that the bed itself looks like it has some sort of mechanism built into the underside of it that makes it look like the bed like slides over on like a hidden track or something. Like, this is cleverly built.
Is there like a little coin slot on the side of the bed?
There is not.
Oh, it's different bed. Never mind.
Do I need to twist a handle or
it does not have magic fingers.
Magic fingers.
You can take a look around and try and see if you can find the kind of activation mechanism now that you kind of know what you're looking for.
All right. Investigation, perception. What should I roll? Thievery?
Thievery would work.
I help
certainly.
perceive. 19 for long.
You take a look around, but you can't really find it.
I can't see anything. I'm old, Ilana. Good luck.
That's it. I'm old. My eyes are bad.
It's been a long day. He forgot his glasses back at the cabin.
You know, I'm gross. I smell bad. I don't read good. I'm just here.
I'll look around.
But you can blow up a baloney golem.
Sure can.
Hey, I'm obviously interested in going back here to look in the obviously filled with fancy, delightful clothing wardrobe.
We should probably get whatever, as you guys would say, loot as we can before we go down another dungeon. Who knows when we'll come back.
So, keeping things simple, looking in the wardrobe, it is a lot of rotten, moldered clothing, but there is something a little odd going on in here. Give me a perception check, Shensen.
Let's see here, just 26 crit.
So you kind of push the clothing to one side, and in the back you find what appears to be a nice, finely made cloak.
I grab it. What color is it?
It is kind of grays and dark blues.
Oh, I'll put it on and find out if you put cursed items in this adventure.
Well, you put on this kind of drab, kind of nondescript kind of cloak. Yeah, you're wearing it now.
I will go back in here and pretend like I've been wearing it the whole time. So, everyone, did we see any treasure in this chest? Did you check it out yet? Or
why are you wearing a cult cloak?
Did you get a haircut?
Why, yes. Thank you for noticing. I did find this weird cloak. It's kind of boring looking, actually, the more I think about it. It's all drab. Does it make me sneak better? I adopt the sneaky pose.
Well, you're not sure what it's doing for you, but nobody paid attention to you really until you started talking in the room.
It's a cloak of I'm not here. I don't want this. This is gross. I want people to see me.
That's the opposite of what I want.
Yeah.
Your sneaky pose is reminding me of Darkwing Duck.
And then it's time to get dangerous. I try to open up the logger.
While he's doing that, I'm going to try to figure out the cloak.
All right. Well, figuring out the cloak will actually take a fair bit of time, but going and opening up the chest takes just a moment. The chest, inside are rows upon rows of these like old empty bottles, and like it's a locker that's filled with looks like just like old glassware for the most part. These bottles do look like they match the bottle you found at the tenement apartment. So it's clear that you're in the right place.
There you go. Oh, look, a cloak. Let's get that trap door open.
One of them is filled with some sort of swirling green liquid.
That's that Prince of Darkness juice.
Roark, you like to drink a lot, right? Here, I take it
I'm
up
not just gonna
hand it to Roark.
Okay, all right, I'll hold on to this. But
yeah, and it looks just like the other one. It just, it has the full label though. It says four Stone Bakery yeast. You're pretty sure yeast isn't this weird green swirling liquid.
I've never seen yeast look like that.
I figured your trick out, Jason. It's yeast. Yeast rises. This is a potion of levitation.
I've heard the look. I've heard the look of the bed and see if I can easily just lift it up and move it to the side to reveal the trapdoor, regardless of mechanism or not.
So you kind of you lift it up, and so the mechanism looks like it just moves it automatically, but you can kind of force it. Give me an athletics check.
Oh, good.
Let's just break the bed.
Yeah, I'm just gonna be a scrawny wizard with a 16 natural roll.
That was actually enough. So
Yeah, just move it to the side.
Something breaks.
Like
in the bed or in Lauren? That's the question.
I look at Ilana going, "Can you patch up these wounds I have in my wounds?"
Yeah, we got beat up pretty bad.
Yeah, let's see. I'm just going to take the time and roll a few more. Couple of d8s. Let's not worry about spells. All right, Lord.
You can go around the group and give everyone 2d8. That's fine.
That sounds good.
That's some 11 for me.
That's some 11 for Lorne. It's a 9 for Shensen.
Hey,
you've already bleeped me once. I don't know if enough time has passed.
Not enough time has passed.
Then I will take that 5.
Did you get that soothe spell I cast on your Roark?
I did. I have almost half my hit points back now. I also drank a healing potion.
Half? I'm going to give you a second level soothe spell then.
I'm so wounded, y'all. I mean, I'm sure everyone else is as well. That was slightly rough fight.
I mean, you're going in first, so I need to have more hit points.
Oh my god. That's another 12.
All right, I'll take any old thing.
All right. Roark, you first,
yes.
I suppose.
Let's do it. I'm gonna have my buckler pre-raised as I
will
explore ahead.
And I will be behind him to help for light. And we will...
Raise Buckler.
I assume
I'll be right behind Loan.
All right. Well, you open up the trapdoor, and revealed below you is a set of stairs leading to a subterranean passageway.
Ooh, we struck dungeon.
Ooh.
Look at that.
Oh, it's like that
Neat.
old other half of the map that's black has stuff in it.
Stop peeking. Let's see here. Come on.
What else you got in here? Just put my token everywhere. There, hold on. Do this.
Another door.
This. There we go. Actually, she want to be here. You'll be to the side for now. There you go.
All right, so you see another door ahead of you, and the passageway. So, just to describe the scene, you open up this hatch, and there is this set of old, slimy, moldy stairs going down into the stone. The passageway looks like it was carved out of the very rock itself. It has been reinforced with kind of mushroom timber here and there, but it's otherwise just kind of an old, wet, kind of gross passageway. There's mold and mildew growing kind of everywhere. It looks like this area certainly has had its fair amount of water leak into it from above. So yeah, it's pretty disgusting down here. And Roark, can you give me a perception check?
Can do. Oh, lost my character sheet. There it is.
That's ironic.
Nice. Natural 20 for 27.
So, there are kind of puddles of water all over the place, but not in the area right in front of the door.
What does that mean?
That sounds like if we open the door, we all get electrocuted. I know. I cast electricity a lot. It sounds oddly convenient.
Well, yeah, I was
Well,
gonna
you
check
could-
this door for traps anyway, since you got poked in the finger upstairs. Can I roll my 20 forward?
You certainly can check the door for traps. Go ahead and give me a perception check, please.
Fine. I'll roll a worse perception check. No,
I got
too much
24.
worse. 24, not too bad.
Yeah, you have
What's
discovered
going on here?
there is definitely a mechanism inside this door. Yeah, you can clearly make it out.
Aha! I will thievery it with my tools. I'll pull out my little tools and I'll. I think I can shut this off.
What are you doing? What's going on down there?
I'm doing stuff.
Yeah, he's doing things.
Strange, mysterious things.
That's a hero
I'll
point.
re-roll that. And
No,
it's one
13's fine.
better.
You don't need to re-roll that.
Oh, 14 then. Yeah, I just get a 14.
Oh, even better.
That's fine.
Yeah. So, you are messing around with the door here, attempting to disarm it, and you hear kind of an ominous sounding click, and all of a sudden, the floor underneath you gives way.
Oh,
Goodbye,
that's
sister.
what that is. That's why there's
Like-
no water there. I get it now.
So, yeah, here, I'm going to move you aside for just a sec. Yeah, you just fell down a pit.
That's fine. All right. Okay.
So, you are in the process of falling down the pit.
Can I reflexively try to grab him?
Yeah, well, he can try the grab an edge reaction.
Let me try to grab an edge. It's a reflex
Holy
save, yeah? Or is it acrobatics?
I'm double checking right now, actually. Sorry, I should probably just look this up. It's faster.
Oh, the chat is being mean, telling Roark to fly.
Oh,
Yeah.
Fly,
why?
y'all.
Yeah, because
That's
obviously we
not very nice.
gave Tengu the fly keywords.
Aw.
I can fly at level 9 or 11 or something.
Or
So-
like one direction toward the spikes.
This is a reflex save.
All right. Okay. Even better.
Yep.
A 24.
24 is just going to be enough. So you managed to grab a hold of the edge before you plummet down into the pit. The pit itself looks like it's a good 20 feet deep, and the bottom is filled with pointed spikes, stone spikes. And there is about a foot of water down there as well from where it's slowly been draining down into the pit.
Probably filthy, diseased water.
Oh, yeah. Well, you know. It's the best kind of water.
I try to help Roark up.
Here I am. I'm on up, I guess.
We'll start with Roark. Why don't you give me an athletics check to attempt to climb up out of here?
Yeah. A 22.
You're getting some help from Lauren, who's right behind you, but you've got it handily. So everybody can kind of move around a bit and get yourself back up. The door, that does not look like it opened the door, by the way.
Yeah. All right. Was that bed completely, or that table? The table in the front room. Let's go get that. We can place that over the pit here and then walk across it.
Of course.
Okay.
We do all of that.
All right. So you go and fetch the table from the front room and use it to bridge the gap over to the door.
We're tool-using adventurers. We figure things out.
If we have to like break some of the legs off so it's flat, I don't know, whatever.
Yeah, just turn it over.
Just flip it upside down.
It's in pretty lousy shape, so it's pretty easy to break the legs off. However, that does mean it's not the most
sturdy.
Yeah, but there's that only Roark on it with his hollow bones.
Exactly.
All right, so the door itself is locked, unsurprisingly. So go ahead and give me a thievery check.
Another thievery check for 23 for
that is going to be sufficient, and you do manage to unlock the door.
Excellent.
All right, one at a time, everyone. Across. Here we are.
Oh.
Oh, wait a minute. Statues.
Evil statues.
Oh no.
That look evil.
Be careful.
Jump.
So you begin making your way deeper into this underground labyrinth, and looking up to your north here, there are a pair of stone statues, but they look like they're carved to look like pillars of like slimy tendrils, just kind of reaching up into these static shapes.
No, thank you.
There's one on each side, and they look matching. The other way does a bit of a jog, and around the corner you can just make out what appears to be another door.
Another trap, you mean?
Which way are we heading?
Well, we could either deal with the statues or a door.
I take my staff.
I think we know what happens if we pass the statues.
I take my staff in the and stand in the crossway of like either one's left, one's right, and I go, decide, Grisfeld, good luck. And I just let go of the staff and see where it falls.
Statues, by the way, since they're not standing fully on squares, we know they're not creatures.
True.
Yes.
You sure?
I could never.
Like Grisfeld.
I could never move a tile in here. All right, so all right, so you're just dropping the staff and letting it decide which direction,
left or right.
Flip a coin.
1, 2, 3 is right. 4, 5, 6 is north. So 1, 2, 3 would be right.
All right, we're going right
to this door.
Thanks, Grisfeld.
All right.
He's like, thanks for using me to randomly generate numbers.
You're welcome.
Really feel like I'm being useful.
You are.
And he disappears
You're very
into
useful,
the skull.
Mr. Grisfeld.
I wouldn't go that far.
I'm gonna go hide my skull.
Bye, Grisfeld.
He's a ghost who can't see in the dark.
He's like, that's very hurtful.
Well, get better, Scrubs. Let's go.
Get better, Scrub. Oh, poor guy. All right. So you're up to another door.
Yeah, fully looking at the floor. Is there a little puddle on the ground?
There aren't very many puddles back here. Most of that was near on the other side of the door. Back here, it's pretty dry.
All right.
At least in this area.
I'll peek up again and see if this door is trapped.
All right, go ahead and give me a perception skill check, please.
23.
You don't see anything.
Alrighty. I'll attempt to open the door.
Very good. All right. So you reach down.
Raised.
Sure. Yeah. I'm assuming everybody has weapons out and everything.
Right? Yes. I only put them away to get my thief tools out if necessary.
All right. So you reach down and open up the door. Make the door go away.
The suspense. Ha! Found the ball.
So you open up the door and you are now peering into a room with cages in it. There are in fact 2 large caged areas on one side of the room that you can make out. There appear to be prisoners inside those cages. However, they are not what draws your attention. What draws your attention are the 3 pale drow elves in this room, all of which have weapons in hand and look ready for your arrival. On that, I'm going to need everyone to roll initiative. And let me make sure I delete all of your old ones first.
Here, let me re-roll mine here.
Yeah, hold on just a sec, everybody. All right, there we go. From Lorne, everyone roll. There we go. All right.
Excellent roll, Shensen.
For a second, I thought that was my roll. Too bad.
All right, 24.
Did it not record you?
Guess I didn't like it.
You probably forgot to click your token. Yeah.
Oh, I'm gonna lose that 24, aren't I? Come on, roll 20. You can do it.
No, you can keep the 24. Just click it and roll it again. So that
you can always just type you in.
Yeah.
When it feels like it. Oh dear. It's a good thing it was a 24.
That bar is a 12.
That bar is a 24. I don't know what you're talking about.
Rose got them there critical ones.
That was a great roll. I'm really happy with that roll. This is going to go really well for me. I'm really excited. All right.
Why don't you use one of those villain points?
Oh, hey, thanks. That's a great idea. I will use a villain point.
So he can't use it later.
Oh, yeah. Better than that on an attack.
Exactly.
All right. So that's going to bump me up to 14. I'm going to go ahead and resort these by order, and there we go. All right, Ilana, you get to go first again.
I am at the very back of the room. Oh, this was not thought out well at all, so I guess I'm going to use
you can delay your
my one
turn.
move. I could. I think I might do that. Just see what happens.
All right, so you are just going to hold tight. Lorne, you are up next. There are 3 of these drow in the room. They are all wearing kind of blacks and greens. All of them look like they have like ritual acid burns all over their bodies. Like one of them is entirely missing one of his ears. And each one of them is wielding these short swords, and they have small, tiny crossbows.
Just to clarify on a roll thing. Say, for example, if I stay here, would Shensen be able to pass through me if Roark was able to go up?
Absolutely.
Yeah, but if Roark stays there, he's doomed. Or
No.
Okay.
Characters can move through other characters.
Okay.
It's fine.
I'm going to stay here, and I'm going to summon a ghoul right by one of the elves there.
I really should move a ghoul into the character group since you're summoning them.
You might as well. You might as well just give me some after all of this. But In terms of summoning, I can only see straight ahead of me, and I assume those hay bale things are
Those are like hay bales. So yeah.
okay, so I don't know if it's something that's blocking or not, but regardless, I'll do it to the north of that elf currently.
Sure. I thought I dragged that in there. It's not here. Come on.
There's a lot of them.
2 of them. Get them.
Now you don't get both.
That'd be great.
All right. So you get the one right there.
Yeah, directly on top of them, because I can summon them pretty far. There you go.
So there.
Yeah.
All right. Cool. All right. The ghoul gets to act this turn, by the way.
Yeah. So it's all 3 of my actions, and then that thing gets to have fun. So I mainly want that thing to start doing whatever it can to bite at him. I know it can't paralyze him, but I want him to start doing as much damage as possible.
So yeah, Grisfell, is this Grisfell or is this just a generic ghoul?
We're gonna do a generic this time. I'm sparing Grisfell.
So Grisfell's like, phew, I did not want to go in there. That looks really dangerous.
Way, I need more intelligence for the things I want to do with you.
What?
Don't worry about it.
Yeah. At the same time, this ghoul attempts to tear into the drow that is right next to it. It will swing. It will attempt to bite it with its jaws, and that is going to miss. And then it's going to attempt to swing with its claws, and the claws are going to hit. So Excellent. He does manage to score a hit and do a little bit of damage. His claws raking through the ghoul. However, the paralysis doesn't work. Okay. Yeah. So that is the end of your turn, Lorne. Unfortunately, they go next. So the one that's down here in the hay bale, or next to the hay, next to the cage, he is going to swing. He's going to attempt to take apart the one that is next to the ghoul that is next to him.
I imagine the ghoul is barking at the elf like a dog.
Yeah, that sounds right.
Yeah.
So he is going to swing furiously at this ghoul, and that first swing is going to be a hit for 8 points of damage. His second attack is going to be a miss, and his third attack is also going to miss. The other drow that is in the back, the other drow cultist, is going to run forward. He's going to spend 1 action to get to there. So he is now flanking the ghoul and will swing his short sword with his second action. That is going to hit and do another 10. Except he also has sneak attack. So it's going to
that is A-okay.
Better the ghoul than anyone else.
Yep, that's why I summoned him there.
And that will get rid of him, but that burned all of their actions this round. And then last but not least, this drow up here is going to run down here to face off against Roark. And you know what? Actually, he's going to stop right there. And then he is going to swing his... Oh, wait. No, I should do that now. All right. I'm going to retcon that just a hair. He actually doesn't move. He's going to fire his crossbow at Roark first. Here it comes. That's probably going to miss, though. I'm going to wager a 17 does not hit.
I miss.
Yeah, that part cover, all that fun stuff.
And then with his second action, he will reload, and with his third action, he will fire again. Terrible. The crossbow bolts go scattering off the walls. You have just too much cover for him to be able to hit you, and that is the end of the drow turn. Shensen.
All right, I'm gonna start up the same old with the perform check to give us all bard powers.
Bard powers.
This is a 25. I assume is a regular success.
I think that is a success, but not a crit, unfortunately.
All right.
I think you're just shy.
I will give this one ninja themes. This is my ninja song.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Bravos. All right, yeah.
Can I move there? I can't tell because it's partially blacked out by me. I don't have that furnishing sealed.
Yeah, there is a spot there. You end up stumbling into a bucket filled with horrible fluid.
I ignore the... I'll deal with that later. Then I stab this guy I'm standing next to.
Yep. That guy right there.
Which will be a 26, actually, for 8 damage.
A 26 is going to cleanly and resoundingly hit. It is not a crit, but he will take the 7 points of damage. He hisses in pain as you hit him and stares at you with malice, but that is not enough to take him down. And that is the end of your turn. Roark!
I have just enough movement to attempt to tumble through this guy and end up here.
Oh my.
Indeed. Let's see how I do. A 27.
A 27 is a success.
When he does
Good.
that, does my cloak do an attack of opportunity on this guy?
Your cloak does not take an attack of opportunity, but it does wave around in the bird wind. Is that
Whoosh.
bird wind?
That's a thing, sure.
Yep.
And then I will attack this fella between Shensen and I.
Very good. Oh, that's bad.
That's a 30.
That's a crit.
All right.
That's very cleanly a crit.
Now, I didn't say I was doing the old confident finisher, so too bad. He'll just take 6 points with that crit.
Does that have Bard already in it?
Yeah.
All right.
Yes, it does.
All right, so you slash out at him, but he manages to shake that off and is still up and fighting.
Yeah. I'm going to now do the finisher.
All right.
With +1. Hit. 17. Probably isn't going to hit.
A 17,
Well, he's flat-footed.
A 17 is good enough to hit. He is flat-footed, yeah.
Nice. So 7 plus 4 more.
11 points of damage total.
Oh, wait a minute. Hold on.
Hmm?
Sorry, good. Yes, that. But I think I'm going to double check something. When I have panache and I don't do a confident finisher, I think I get 2 extra points of damage. Because I would normally roll 2d6. So strike. Yes.
This is a particularly critical piece of information.
So that critical did 4 additional points of damage.
So he would have been barely clinging to life. However, the extra points of damage that you did is enough. He slumps to the ground after your the withering assault of both of you, flanking him and attacking you from both sides. That is the end of that drow. Next up is Ilana. We're back to you.
Okay. Oh, yay, there's room. Can I make my, right where the ghoul is? I have a ghoul cloak still there. Is he still there? Nobody else can see that, can they? Never mind.
You're good.
No, he's gone.
My computer is very behind. Either way.
It'll get caught up. It's fine.
Eventually. I have a 15-foot area cone. Is that going to be able to hit? Oh, yes. Uh-huh. Oh, okay. Okay. Let's see if this works the way I...
Back here in the cage, you can see some poor, terrified kobold is hiding in the back like... Meh, meh, meh.
All right. I hopefully should not reach him. I'm going to cast Fungal Infestation.
Ooh.
In a 15-foot cone, so it'll certainly poison them.
Yeah, so it's a 15-foot cone that does what, poison damage?
Yep. 2d6 persistent poison damage.
So that's 2d6 persistent. So until it's their turn, they won't take anything, but they get to make fort saves first. So let's go ahead and do those.
Why do you have 14 damage? What is going on with this spell?
That's the damage it does whenever, yeah, it's doing the damage. They basically now have to make the save, and if they fail, they just take that damage you rolled.
So they both fail. So on their turn, they will take persistent poison damage.
Woo! 2d6 persistent. Yeah.
So I'm gonna put a little
You put like a green dot on them.
A little poisoned.
I'm gonna put a green dot on them to indicate that they have been poisoned.
I took some inspiration from our poor friends upstairs.
As they're like sitting there and this like mold and fungus is growing out of them, you can see them going. You're not sure if they're properly horrified by this. There's part of them that looks like they kind of like it. All right, so that was Ilana. Lauren.
I will use my last shocking grasp for the day, but also use my reach ability over to the one elf southern side there. I will use my last shocking grasp on him and shakalaka. I'm going to reroll all that garbage because that is the worst roll I could have ever rolled of one and every point. So we're going to reroll all that nonsense.
Yeah, I mean, you just didn't bring any energy to it. That's why.
Yeah, and does an 18 hit it?
Let's see. 18. I'm afraid it's just going to come up shy. Make sure they're not wearing.
I sit down and I just don't do anything.
Aww. You attempt to blast out at him with electricity, but it does not manage to connect.
Does my cloak like shoot out and guide the electricity to its target?
I don't know what kind of cloak you think you're wearing, but
I have
not
no
one
idea.
It's not one that solves every problem that you have.
Is it a cloak of grasping at straws?
That it appears to be. All right. So next up, the Drow go. The one back here that was fighting the ghoul is going to step up into their kind of mess of hay and is going to swing out at Ilana with a short sword. Does an 18 hit you?
That reaches my AC.
Take 6 points of damage as it slices into you with his short sword, and he's going to swing at you a second time. Armor class 22. Take another 10.
Oh, that is okay. That's 16. All right.
How's this fungus infestation looking?
I'll get to that in just a second. I'm gonna have the other one go first. The other rogue is just going to take a full boat of attacks against Roark, having seen Roark eviscerate one of his allies. He's going to swing at you with a short sword. But a 15 is nowhere near good enough.
A miss.
He will swing again. A 7.
1 moment, please.
Yeah.
I believe I will go ahead and parry and riposte. So
yes. Taking those third attacks against a swashbuckler is a dangerous gamble.
So go ahead and take 4 points of damage.
Yeah, I will take that 4. All right.
Hard bonus.
I got it in there.
He's way ahead of you. And we'll swing at you with the third one, counting on the fact that you don't have a second reaction, and miss horribly. All right, that is the end of the Drow Rogues. They are swinging with desperation and not managing to connect. You can tell they have wide-eyed terror on their faces as the spores begin to grow. Go ahead and roll me the what is it? 2d6?
Sorry.
2d6.
It is 2d6. One thing that also this spell does not mention that I just looked up is that while they have this fungal infestation going, they're weakness 1 to fire and weakness 1 to slashing. So my parry and riposte was a slashing attack, so he takes an additional point of damage.
Oh, I did not know that. All right.
Yes, I versatile S on the short sword, so.
Yeah, very good. No, I didn't know that they got a weakness.
Yeah, they failed.
All right, yeah. No, they totally did. All right. Let's see. So the 5 points of damage for the first one. Go ahead and roll me for the second one.
All right.
I'll let you.
Come on,
roll for
character sheet.
both.
Get out of the way. Second one.
6. All right, and I'm going to go ahead and make their flat checks here really quickly. First one is going to fail. Second one is going to fail. So they're both still infected. All right. that is it for them. They are crying out in agony as their skin erupts with tiny tendrils. Shensen.
All right, my Sheninja music goes on to track 2. And then
which I'm now assuming is the Ninja Gaiden music.
Yeah. I'm gonna go ahead and flank this guy and then staberize him with a stabilize.
Slash him.
Yeah, slashing damage. So that's 18 against flat-footed.
That is going to hit. He will take let's see,
8.
that's a 8. Yeah, all right.
Or 9.
Or 7 plus the weakness.
Yeah. Oh.
All right.
I too have my bard bonus.
Oh, all right.
Very nice.
Very good. Okay.
And then my
you
third
slash out at
action-
him, but he is still up. Yeah.
Then my third action will be forceful
Oh.
for another 9 plus his weakness from his
So,
cheesy fungus skin.
Yeah, you slash out at him in his cheesy fungus skin, and he collapses to the ground, and before your very eyes, the fungus just starts taking over and consuming the corpse.
It's not before my eyes because that's gross, and I turn away.
Yeah, it's been my reaction to not look.
Yeah.
Nature, man.
Yeah. Hey, look, nature is healing. Yeah.
Rosagian nature, maybe.
Yeah.
See the
Was that-
fungus wind its way to its body.
Fury, wrath of mold. All right. One of these days,
What?
we're gonna have to have you use that voice for a character. All right, Roark. Roark, it is your turn.
What happened there? Did one of us do that? I'm gonna tumble through this guy's space, confused as to why they turn into a bunch of mold. A 15.
Want to reroll it?
Yeah. No, I'm gonna let it stand.
All right, that is going to be a failure.
All right, I'll stop there and just attempt to slash him
All right,
with this sword.
with a sword.
Yes, this would be slashing damage. So 7 slashing with the extra bonus. for weakness.
Your short sword slashes out at him, cutting through his armor, splitting his flesh, and almost immediately, like the tendrils of fungus start knitting it back together. But as they do so, they're also growing deeper inside of him, and he just cries out in agony.
Is he still alive?
Yes.
Then he can have a second attack.
All right.
Did I make a clicker?
He kind of did.
Maybe.
Ooh, that's a 21 with, again, maximum damage.
So your blade slashes out again, and he just cries out as these tendrils continue to consume him, and he collapses to the ground, writhing in agony as the fungal infection overtakes him, and he is consumed.
Gross.
I look at my
Why do you
hands
do
because
it?
that was much more effective than I thought it was going to be. Oh my.
I come up
Oh dear.
to the corpses and I see like this horrible display, and I'm like, wow, and they try to call me evil. And I
Grizz
come
pops out
over
and
to
he's
our
like,
old dwarven friend.
yeah, you
Wait.
make your way over to the cell, and you see Prince Thorgrim there, and he's like, hey, what's up?
Thorgrim,
What? Do
Thorgrim.
you have a
Thorgrim.
punch
Another
card or
prison.
something? Why do you keep getting captured?
He's
3
like,
more prisons, and he gets a free. I don't know.
man, I have the worst luck.
Thorgrim, we talked about this. You gotta stop. We're here to help you, and I know it's an addiction, but you really gotta stop going to prison.
Listen, do you think I want to be here? You gotta get me out of here.
You keep putting yourself in these situations. We leave you alone in a tavern for 1 minute, and then we forget all about you until now. What happened?
He's like, listen, I was just wandering down an alley when these pale
That's your
elves
first
jumped
mistake.
me. Well, clearly.
Stop
You gotta
going
get me
down.
outta here.
Stay in public places, like a tavern, with people.
He's like,
I move.
listen, you got to get me out of here. There's this really, really pale elf who's talking about wanting to sacrifice me. He's crazy. I don't know what he's gonna do. And on
Wait. Does he have white hair? How pale?
White eyes.
And on that note, we are gonna call today's adventure to a
Oh.
close.
Oh.
No, you don't.
Hanger.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right, everybody. I want to thank you all for watching. We will pick this up next Friday at 2 p.m. Pacific here on the Paizo Twitch channel. Before we go, I'm going to toss it back around the horn and let everybody tell you where you can find them on the internet.
Hi, this is James Jacobs. I'm the creative director for Pathfinder. I play Shensen. You can ask me any question you want over on the Paizo boards, and if it's a rules question, I'll probably dodge it.
To me.
Hey guys, I'm Maryssa Marie. I am Paizo's web content manager. Unfortunately, I can't answer any rules questions, but you can find me on all social media at Maryssa Marie, MarySsamari.
And I'm Jason Keeley, a Starfinder developer. You can find me on Twitter at HerzWeston, HerzWesten, and possibly the No Direction Twitch stream in about an hour.
Nice.
Oh, jeebers.
And I'm Peyton Smith. I'm the social media producer here at Paizo. I like to say thank you, Jason, for another amazing session for today. And thank you, everybody, for being here to have tons of fun with us all.
Thank you very much, Peyton. I do enjoy this session. So I am Jason Bulmahn. I am the director of game design at Paizo and your GM for this session. If you've enjoyed the tiles that you've seen here, you can find them on Roll20 and now all on Drive-Thru. If you want to bring them to another platform, just look for Blue Maps and you should be able to find all 3 sets. Thank you for watching, everybody. We will pick this back up next Friday. And until then, good gaming. We will see you all next time.
Goodbye. So long.
Bye.
Good luck.